Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. You are watching the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show on the planet. I am your host, Michael Karvelis, and this is Daily Dive. It is Monday, December 22nd, 2025, and this show begins now. We are live streaming via the airwaves of North American Talk Radio on YouTube. Please make sure to subscribe before you leave today's episode for other great shows, live sports, and of course to get reminded of this show's upcoming episodes. On today's awesome show, we're going to get to our NLL Week 4 reactions. 4 teams won in 3 pretty low-scoring games besides the Rochester-Philly game, which had a little bit of everything, including a goalie fight that went viral in more ways than one. A summer schedule. Is that a way to fix the attendances? I'll address that. And our 3 stars of the weekend. Before we get started, I want to let you know this show is presented by the event tickets tab at natalkradio.com. Head over to the North American Talk Radio website and click that tab. When you get there, you'll be taken to Vivid Seats. Just type in your favorites or local National Lacrosse League team. And you don't have to just go to the NLL events. You can go to your local sporting events, local events in general, theater, Broadway, etc. Again, natalkradio.com. Click the event tickets tab today. We want to also let you know that Captain has hit another ladder, his 3rd so far, and I believe first while airing his picks on the show. So Captain deserves a round of applause. The ladder is, of course, presented by Elevated Truck and Crane. He turned $50 into $902 on a safe ladder. Remember that rush minus 200 on the money line? That built all the way up to $900. We appreciate Captain for his services. If you do gamble, and please do so responsibly, he gives picks on the show. That's so awesome. We're proud of him. Alrighty, so the first game that took place on Friday night on TSN, the Vancouver Warriors defeated the Oshawa Firewolves by a score of 8-6. There were 4,852 people in attendance. And, of course, our very own Captain was at the game as well. In fact, in this game, Oshawa did lead by a score of 4-1 and even 5-2. And even their shot selection looked better. Doug Jameson looked great. But Christian Del Bianco was great when it mattered. And the Vancouver Warriors, again, only needing 8 goals, they did find a way to overcome and hold off Oshawa. Oshawa went on another very long scoring drought, and it was not a very good look once again. I know our own Captain has told me, I think he said this publicly, I could be wrong, but he believes Vancouver's offense is not that great right now. But, of course, their defense combined with Oshawa's offense was actually the best part about this game. But again, Vancouver gets a win. They improve to 2-1. Oshawa is now a very dangerous 1-3. I believe last year, and I could be wrong, I think last year Albany/Oshawa started very slow. Let me get to those games. Yeah, they started 1-5 last year. In fact, by the time December 28th rolled around, they were 1-3. Again, starting fast with all the games they have on their schedule, but once again, starting slow. That's a concern right now for the Firewolves. I mean, I said it last week, I believe on Wednesday and Thursday show. Oshawa is going to feel like the sky is falling. And right now at 1-3, it feels like that. But I also said last week, I feel like I'd rather have a great goaltender with a bad offense than a great offense with no goaltender at all. So let's look at a question that our very own captain posed to Glenn Clark after the game and see if Glenn Clark thinks that Doug Jamieson playing well and standing on his head is good for the offense moving forward.
His head is the boys, are they using that as motivation? He dominated in every aspect. Dougie's back there standing on his head. Is the boys, are they using that as motivation to get that offense going with Dougie, performing better than average for stat-wise?
I mean, they appreciate it. They understand what he's doing. I mean, I think they're living in their own little world a little bit because they're feeling the pressure, right? I mean, we've had 4 games under really like 8 goals, under 10 certainly, and you're 1-4, that's a bit of an anomaly in this league. So we just, they're feeling it. For whatever reason, the balls aren't dropping. We've played some good goaltenders, we've played some good defense, but you can't rely on that as an excuse. So, I mean, we're going to forge ahead. We're going to keep going after it, but it's been pretty puzzling to this point.
We want to thank Captain. There is more stuff coming from that game that I'll air as well. But I just thought, I know that Pat Gregoire told us on Friday that he had talked to Glenn Clark and others, and they thought like they were not sugarcoating things. And that's pretty much what that sounds like. Again, Doug Jamieson's playing great. The offense did get some really good looks, but it's like it didn't really matter in the end. Like Glenn Clark said, the shots were just not falling. He said in another part of that interview that was not asked by Kaplan, but some other media people, he was saying they just need the shots to fall. Like in this game, like Kyle Jackson had been released. They put Cash Chalk up to the offense. They signed another guy, and it was like it looked good, but again, if shots aren't falling, it's not a great look. So it's kind of stings from Glenn Clark's perspective, I'm sure. But I said it before, guys, Doug Jamieson sitting on his head is a very massive deal. And I do think, like Glenn Clark did say, even if it was him not making excuses, I'll make some again. They have played some pretty stinking good defenses up to this point. And I do think that matters. The question is, can they overcome a 1-3 start in a unified standings type of league? I don't know. But what I do know is that their offense looked better despite a loss. Now, Oshawa's upcoming schedule is versus Ottawa. That's a winnable game, but Halifax is another one. At Saskatchewan, at Colorado, 3 again games that are just like a pain in the butt like offensively, considering they have great goaltending and defenses with Warren Hill playing out of his mind, Shiliano in the Rush, and Dylan Ward in the Mammoth. But you got Las Vegas and then at Toronto, San Diego. The road does not get easier, and it shouldn't. This is the National Lacrosse League. That's what happens. Like, this is a man's league. But it's concerning. Captain says, I didn't see anything special Friday from Vancouver's offense time. Yeah, like he said, it wasn't great. And it's not great. Keegan Ball, Curtis Dixon, Marcus Clearance, those guys should be scoring 15 a game. And right now, they're not. Robert says he looks pissed off, and I agree. And here is another one. First of all, here is footage from the teddy bear toss that Captain got. Here's Captain throwing a teddy bear. That's right, buddy. Let the teddies hit the floor. And here is Glenn Clark on the fans and the teddy bear toss after the game.
On a lighter note, 4,500 fans here tonight in a pretty big teddy bear toss. Waited a little bit longer than they expected, but how did that make the boys feel, seeing the fans kind of stay loud till the end and support all the way through?
Yeah, I mean it's great for a lot of things. Certainly great for the players, but it's great for the community too. I mean, there is that excitement. We didn't give them the result they wanted to, but the game is compelling. The game is fast. The game is exciting. The game is entertaining. So you're never coming away from an NLL game not entertained and not excited. And it was a good lacrosse game. And we ultimately didn't find success, but I think the community support is going to be great. And we're in this for a long build. So 2 games does not an imprint make. So it's been a good start, and we want to just keep building on it.
I love how Captain prefaced that with on a lighter note, because the guys asking questions throughout that entire thing were stuff like, this offense sucked, this guy wasn't playing well, and Captain was like, on a lighter note, that was pretty cool. So like I said, Oshawa had 4,852 people in attendance, which is pretty good, pretty packed once again for them, for that barn size. I'm not justifying 4,800 fans, just like I won't do 5,000 fans for Henderson with the Desert Dogs, but for their barn size, that's what they have available, and fans are packing that barn. So good for them. Adam Levy says from January 11th to March 12th, Oshawa plays 1 home game, San Diego. They need home wins versus Halifax and Ottawa. I agree with that. Like I said, the next game they play, I believe it's, Ottawa, and then Halifax. So after that, like you're in trouble. Even the Halifax game is not a gimme. And if Ottawa's offense can show up, then that game's not a gimme. And again, no game in this league is a gimme. But man, will it feel better if you can at least beat one, if not both, of those teams. The 1,000-yard stare answering questions. Yeah, it's true. Light in the mood. Good for you, Captain. Media pass, baby. That's what we do here. Boots on the ground. Just need other barns to open up the boots. I know myself. George has let me in. Oshawa's been good to us. Just got a little work on the other people, But yeah, it was fun. And another, more commenters here. Here the Firewolves are gassing the coaches and Patty Gregoire. What the heck? Okay, Mimico, this guy. Hey, welcome back, Mimico, by the way. Interesting game from Oshawa, to say the least. Vancouver gets a win, as they should have. They are the better team preseason and right now, so good for Vancouver. But Oshawa needs to find some offense, even though, again, it did look better. Next game is going to be Rochester and Philadelphia. I am not going to play the goalie fight because, honest to God, that's copyrighted and we are monetized, so we cannot do that. But there was a goalie fight on top of the fact that Rochester did win this game against the Wings by a score of 15-11. In this game, 4,800 people were in the barn for the first ever game that was hosted since they got bought by Seneca Nation. Connor Fields had 5 goals and 5 primary assists. Ryan Lynchbury had 7 dimes, including 3 primary. Jake Bassino had a hat trick. My goodness. Nick Rowlett was 23-8 on faceoffs against Kai the goalie's hero, Jeremy Thompson. I'm sorry. Brandon O'Neill had 1 goal, 4 primary assists, 10 loosies for the Wings. Dustin Burkhoff had 2 goals, his first 2 goals of his career, as did Sam Leclerc, Eric Fennell, and Joe Rez. But again, the story of this game is no longer Rochester getting a big game. It was the goalie fights. Shout out to Dana Restia, OTCB, NLL, and more who got viral on this stuff. Dana Restia had like 3,000 likes last time I checked. World Hockey Report got like 1,300 likes. OTCB, our friends Teddy and Pat were the first ones to post the fights. They got a few hundred likes on that. NLL posted, like I said, Dana Ressi was the big one there. I loved it. I don't know why this game went to hell. Like literally watching it, I know that Rochester have a 15-9 lead, but I can't remember. I've not watched it back yet. I can't remember though why those fights started happening. I know at the very end the game got rough, and I was like, "That's weird. Like, where'd that come from?" And then Rowan Hartley and Nick Demude out of nowhere. Hartley's second goalie fight, by the way, and he landed some haymakers, man. Just electric stuff from Hartley and Dane Moon. I also want to address another thing. And I'm not going to get so mad at these people because they don't know about the sport. And if they learn through fights, so be it. But so many hockey people are like, oh, this looks dumb. Like, I see the memes are funny with like them taking off it's funny. I get it. They're in big goalie gear. I think it's ultimately good for the sport. But so many people were in arguments about why it's good or not good. Guys, as NLL people who watch this show, I'm not going to do the whole, hey, buddy, you're a jerk. Nah, just tell them why it's good. Tell them why it's awesome. And let them figure it out for themselves. I saw a few people, fellow media members, just arguing with people. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you're a new fan of the sport or if that's their first time ever seeing it, they're like, what is this? It looks weird, but it's awesome. And they're obviously commenting about it. So what I'm doing with my platform, the last few replies I've given on Twitter has been, hey, this stuff has been allowed for 40 years in the NLL. This is an awesome version of lacrosse. You got to watch it. Tell them where to watch it and watch the game grow. ESPN giving me a notification that there was a lacrosse fight was, again, awesome. And I do hope that box lacrosse is known for more than just fighting. But if that's what takes us over the top, sure. It's like Caitlin Clark in the WNBA. I've said this a million times. Caitlin Clark, not the best player right now, even though she's very impactful. But she hits the circus at threes. She has the great passing. She is box office. Chase Fraser, not the best player, makes the trick shots that gets on Pat McAfee's show. Elijah Gash, not the best defender, makes the big KO. Rylan Hartley, Nick DeMude, not the best goalies. They're selling. So embrace this moment. So many comments here. CLS is sure Oshawa's a great lacrosse market. Fans know lacrosse. Now what happens when they have a low losing team? I don't know. Captain says, I hope attendance stays high. They have lots of good lacrosse meetings to draw from. Kai the goalie says, bro, when I talk about Jeremy Thompson. Robert saying that was a dang good game. I wonder if he's talking about the Philadelphia game that I'm getting to right now. Good Lord, we're getting so many people commenting about the attendance in that last game, including Adam Levy again. Yeah, no, the 4,800 is better than 6,000, by the way. It's better than like 4,000. So, Kyler Goalie's just TLA. Yeah, I don't know. By the way, I have noticed this year that Lacrosse Network has posted more NLL. I don't know when that started happening, but last year they did not. So I'm very happy about that. God, so many people. Woof. Keep the comments. Oh, okay. Loose mesh of the boarding column McConvey. I do remember that. Yeah, a little bit Mickey Mouse. That's true. No, yeah. The TLN only posted. That's a good point. But again, Kai is right. The Lacrosse Network. And then, by the way, again, Fox/CLL, I will say this. That TLN has posted more than just fights this year. Again, I don't know what changed, but this year I have noticed they've posted a lot more about the NLL. And as Kai said, they do have a bigger platform than the NLL, at least in terms of social media. So good for them. Happy for them. But again, in this game, the Wings, just no defense, kind of what it came down to. And of course, Rochester's offense is ridiculous. Can you imagine if Oshawa had Rochester's offense? But again, if my grandmother had she my grandfather, whatever. Who cares? But yeah, Rochester's a good win for them. Saskatchewan took down Georgia by a score of 7-4. 4,600 was a record low for Saskatchewan. I will touch that in the next segment on, like, as I know, it's a winter storm. We'll get to that. 11 goals combined was the tied for lowest in NLL history. Jake Naso was 12 of 15 on faceoffs, good for friend of the program, Jake Naso. Robert Church had 4 primary assists despite scoring no goals. Mike Messenger had 3 blocked shots. And by the way, so while Georgia did drop to 1-2, Saskatchewan improved to 2-1. I will say the Swarm have looked very competitive this year defensively. Brett Dobson had another good game, in my opinion. But I just wanted to mention here, Lyle Thompson caught a little bit of flack, and I have told you guys for a few years now, this guy is nowhere near the best player. Because I know for years Lyle Thompson might have been the best player in the NLL. That has not been true since I started the show, and I wish people would stop saying he is, because the standard for Lyle Thompson is too high right now. And him taking only 7 shots on goal, yeah, well, he also took 7 shots off the goal. So it's 14 total shots, excuse me, for Lyle Thompson. I can't breathe. 14 total shots for Lyle Thompson. And it's not for a lack of trying, but the Rush's defense is known for shutting down stars. Like Jake Boudreau and who's the other one? Matt Hosick, Mike Messenger, those guys have historically shut down Lyle Thompson, at least in recent years. So I do think we have to mention that. And I do think Lyle is allowing the young guys to shoot. Shane Jackson's taking a lot of shots so far. So before we crap on Lyle Thompson, I just want to say once again, he has not been the best player for at least 3 years. And I've told you guys that. It was a hot take 3 years ago. I told you guys it's been the same person. He's barely even cracked 100 points. Like, what are we doing here? So Lyle Thompson, still a very, very good player, but no longer the best player in the NLL. So, and again, I think he's letting the other guys step up. Good for him. And the Rush are also a great defense. Jeff Teat turning into Jesus does not change that. So again, I just want to give a little caveat to the Lyle Thompson haters. But yeah, Rush get a big win, despite the fact that only 4,657 people showed up, which again we'll get to in the next segment. 8 more comments here, actually. Good gracious almighty, you guys are great. All right, we're having a debate in the comments about attendance. Yeah, no, I agree with that, Kai, but he, again, expecting Lyle Thompson to be great anymore is just too high of a standard. I don't, well, I mean, 4 ultimate goals is like good for Curtis Dix. I mean, he also only had 1 goal. Good for Curtis, but it is what it is. Because he barely even contributed in that game. Even though he did have a nice Superman goal, Curtis Dixon did, and he did have some good plays. But Curtis Dixon's been very slow to start. But again, 4 all-time goals for Curtis Dixon. Good for him. I don't even think did the broadcast even mention that? I can't remember. Yeah, no. No. Andrew Q was not good last year. If you look at the stats, Andrew Q was not great. I have called Andrew Q Captain Clutch, but he was not good last year, just besides those occasional clutch moments. So I think Colorado can have him. Good for them. Andrew Q's never been Andrew Q's a good player, but he has never been a difference maker for the Swarm besides a couple clutch goals. Like, we got to stop that. I mean, again, the clutch thing doesn't matter right now because Swarm have still not been great. So him having a few clutch moments does not mean he is the difference in a winning team. I'm glad they moved on. Yeah, no, the Superman goal was great for Curtis Dixon. All right, moving on. we're going to go to the Desert Dogs and the Black Bears. Las Vegas gets a win by a score of 10-9 in front of 5,200 people almost. Las Vegas actually led this game 9-1 with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first half. But Ottawa was able to rally back and tie the game 9-9 in the fourth quarter. Mitch Jones, with 2 minutes, 10 seconds left in the game, did complete his hat trick, along with 3 primary assists. So the Desert Dogs got the win by the score of 10-9, as I mentioned. Vegas improves to 1-1. Ottawa drops to 1-2. Chase Fraser had 2 goals, 2 primary assists in his team debut. Tyrell Hammer-Jackson won 12 faceoffs. Jay Thornbear won just 10. Jeff Teat had 1 goal on 29 total shots. So good for the Landon Kells, who had 48 monster saves. Another thing that I think is going to go under the radar in this game was the fact that the Desert Dogs had 12 block shots. So while Landon Kells was awesome with his 48 saves, the 12 block shots were amazing, especially late in this game. I know Rob Hellier had a few blocked. I'm sure Jeff Teat did as well. But shout out to the Desert Dogs defense by getting in the way. 12 block shots was the most this weekend. Good for them. But again, it helped out Landon Kells, who again had 48 saves. He will be on our 3 stars of the weekend. All right, when we come back to the show, I'm going to address the attendance concerns in the NLL. I agree, Kai. Keep the chats coming. But coming up next, I'm going to talk about the attendances and why a summer schedule, I don't know if it fixes anything yet. We'll be right back with Dilly Dive. Don't go anywhere.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Happy holidays from Jeff Beck Health and Wellness. And you're seeing this on North American Talk Radio because the network is near and dear to my heart, kind of a passion project. I'm hoping you're having a great holiday season. Hopefully it's not too cold where you're at. The snow has melted here in Ohio. You can see in the background. But I wanted to extend a warm welcome and let you know that, if you're dealing with weight management, behavioral change, stress, depression, relationship issues, I am a certified health and wellness counselor trained via Cornell and Yale, and I am a nutritional coach trained via the NASM. And I would love to extend an opportunity for you to reach out. JeffBeckWellness.com is my website, or JeffBeck101021@gmail.com is my email. We're offering a free initial consultation, no charge to you. Once we go into full counseling, I can help you submit that to your insurance company or your employer. Many employers reimburse for these types of services. So, we all deal with things from time to time. Please reach out, JeffBeckWellness.com, or email me, JeffBeck101021@gmail. And I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're enjoying the current programming you're watching on North American Talk Radio. Keep your head up. Be friendly. Be happy. And again, I hope it's a great winter for you and a great holiday season. Take care.
Welcome back to Daily Dive. I am your host, Michael Karvelis, here on this Monday, December 22nd, 2025. We just got to NLL Week 4 reactions. The goalie fights was absolutely crazy, and so many people are talking about lacrosse on Twitter right now, and it's really cool to see. This one guy said it's just hockey for people who can't skate. And again, I understand that people do not know what this sport is, but my, of course, argument to hockey is 75% of the time the puck gets lost. It is what it is. People are going to hate until they realize what they're watching, and they're going to love it. Box Lacrosse Time shirt and mug is on our store. Head to Daily Dive LAX on Instagram to click the link in the bio. Twitter, you can find the link on there as well, Daily Dive Store. We appreciate you for your awesome, what is it? Faith, not faith. We were awesome, whatever. For your participation is what? Forget it. Who cares? All right, let's move on to the summer schedule. And the reason this comes up is because Saskatchewan had a record low 4,657 people in the barn at the SaskTel Center. Now, I reported that was going to happen before the game. It was, word got to me. I was like, oh no, that's not good. I was not predicting it. I'm just telling you what I heard. And people were like, oh, well, how do you, like, guys, that's what people told me. That's what I said. That's what it is. All right. Now, once again, the excuses are absolutely insanity. We were told by Teddy Jenner, I believe Dawson Nielsen chimed in as well, the winter storm. Guys, Canadians don't give an SHIT about a winter storm. Have you ever seen, just looked in the stands of a hockey game? Ever? Have you ever done that? Have you ever wondered why hockey does not have the problem of an MLS playoff game or a beauty pageant or traffic? Who cares, man? Who cares? What a sorry excuse for people to keep on looking at these NLL barns with no one showing up, and people say, oh, the winter. Who cares? Honest to God, who cares? It's ridiculous. Like, what are we doing? That sounds such a cop-out. Winter storm. Guys, what are we doing? Ottawa attendance is awful because their ownership is dreadful and does not care. Saskatchewan fans have been on a trajectory of not showing up. It's not the winter storm. Stop excusing people not showing up. It's ridiculous, man. I believe some people have said, actually, Saskatchewan has raised their prices. That is a very valid point, and that's on the Rush ownership group for doing that crap. But it's stupid, man. Hockey games cost way more, and they pack the barns out 15,000 on average. What are we doing, man? Stop with the excuses. I say that to get to this point. I am like 90% on board with the summer schedule. There's two problems with that, though. Number one, it's not happening for another 3 years at the least. At the least. The amount of moving you'd have to do, it's not going to happen in the next 3, I'll say at least 5 years. This CBA just got done. We're not moving the schedule anytime soon. That's been talked about for years. It's not happening yet. So we have to figure out why the crap these teams can't market now. because they should be able to. The Rush were just in the finals, and 4,600 people show up. It's not acceptable, man. I don't think summer, because again, if we're using these excuses now, what if in summer we have a down game? What? We can't keep saying this crap. The same owners are still going to be the owners in the summertime. So while I do agree, it's not smart to compete with NBA, NHL, NFL, and now the MLS. It's not smart. I agree. But these owners are still atrocious. And while it might help, it's not going to solve our issues. Marketing of this sport is not good. And until people in these arenas and people in the league can learn to market better, it's not going to ultimately solve everything. It helps, which is why I'm 90% on board, but we have to stop with the lame excuses. I'm not saying it's not safe to drive. I get it. I understand. But Canadians make it to hockey games and all kinds of games, and they don't hear a word. So why does the NLL have to lean on that? It's stupid. This sport is too good. These athletes are too amazing. For us to keep saying Winter Storm or Junior A, who cares, man? Show up. Show up. But we got to stop. Long Island was a lacrosse hotbed. Lacrosse hotbed. And suddenly, when the Riptide and their crappy ownership couldn't figure it out, it was, it's a field lacrosse. No one said field until the NLL couldn't figure it out. Stop with the excuses. Market. I said before, I thought Albany was doing a good job. Why not? Then, move to Oshawa. I hope the marketing team keeps it up. Buffalo does a good job marketing. I love it. They have to market. They're not doing it right now. Bunch of comments here. I figured that fire you guys up. Crash Out Karvelis is back. Not buying a captain. Tell that to the hockey fans. Crash Out Karvelis. Okay, what do we mean? Can someone tell me the historic low attendance for the Maple Leafs? Because so many people told me the Ottawa Senators get no fans. They actually said that to me. And if you look it up, no, they get low fans compared to the NHL. But 15,000 a night is way better than 4,000 for the Black Bears. So a Maple Leafs historic low attendance has nothing to do with the NLL. Because they're probably still getting 10, 12, 15,000. Come on, man. I don't know. Come on now. That's crazy about low tickets. Wow, so many comments here. Marketing is brutal. They be showing up on dog sleds for a hockey game. It is what it is. And again, hockey games are also more expensive. And the fact that the NLL fan base or other people, well, it's not even the fan base, other than some fans do it. Some of the media are like, a winter storm. Bro, who cares? Y'all are Canadians, man. Y'all show up to every game, but not the NLL. And again, I do think Saskatchewan is part of the issue here. So again, my point is not to harp on fans or media. Well, I wish we'd stop giving excuses. I want us to realize the issues. That's what I'm worried about. When we go to summer, is it going to actually help? I don't know. There you go. 18,000 per game. So again, their record low that people talked about earlier is like maybe 12,000. Like, I would love to have 12,000 for the Rock game. Didn't happen, did it? So there you go. Again, I think summer is going to work when it does happen. But I think for now, there's so much more issues the NLL has to address, like their own marketing, like the team's marketing, like we still have no merchandise, Kurt Hunziker. I don't know if that's ever going to happen at this point. I've given up on that train, but it is what it is, man. Oh, man. On a lighter note, shout out, Captain. We're going to talk about 3 stars when I come back after a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere, folks. I know you won't.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Welcome back to Daily Dive. On today's show so far, we have talked about my NLL Week 4 reactions, including big wins by Vancouver, Rochester, Las Vegas, and Saskatchewan. Poor offense by Oshawa. Ottawa goes on another offensive lull themselves. The goalie fight in Rochester, which was amazing. And of course, the Desert Dogs Landon Kells stepping up in a big way. I think the Swarm have also looked better. Despite their lack of offense, their defense has been much improved this year. Summer schedule, I do think it'll work out. I just hope we stop. I hope that we get the core marketing figured out first. CLL makes a great point. Hockey fans equals lacrosse fans, which means they're choosing to watch hockey in the winter and might come to a lacrosse game playing this summer. The choice is gone. Absolutely agree with that. Adam Levy's chimed in, kind of the goalie captain, a bunch of other people. Thank you so much for your comments. Now it's time to get to our 3 stars of the weekend. Reminder to get your Box Lacrosse Time mug at the Daily Dive merch store. Okay, folks, here we go. 3 stars of the weekend. Our 3rd star is going to be Christian Del Bianco. This is the 3rd time Christian Del Bianco has been on 3 stars. He had 48 saves against Oshawa and made sure that their offense did not get going, despite some amazing looks that they did have. 48 saves, 2 loose balls, because he does very good at covering up after he makes a save. Good for him. 88.89 save percentage. Pretty stinking awesome. Our 2nd star is going to go to another goalie, Landon Kells, who had 48 saves and an 84.21 save percentage. He allowed just 9 goals as Ottawa tried to make a comeback, but he did shut the door because Ottawa could have very easily taken the lead. So Landon Kells combined with Mitch Jones in the block shots, that adds up to a Landon Kells 2nd star. Landon Kells is the 8th player to reach 10 star points on my list. Now, again, this is if the 3rd star equals 1 point, 2nd star equals 2 points, 1st star equals 3 points. Landon Kells now has 10 career points. Again, the 8th player to do so. And finally, the 1st ever player to win 4 first star awards in my history, Connor Fields wins it again this week. 5 goals, 5 primary assists, including another secondary assist, 5 loose balls. Great job for Connor Fields. He is the 1st player to reach 20 career star points. Again, Christian Del Bianco with his 48 saves, Landon Kells with his 48 saves, and Connor Fields with his 5 goals, 5 primary assists, and 5 loose balls. Shout out to those players who were amazing once again. Hello, and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show on the planet. I am your host, Michael Karvelis, and this is Daily Dive. It is Tuesday, December 23rd, 2025, and this show begins now. On today's awesome episode of Daily Dive, we're going to talk to Pat Gregoire as we do some instant and overreactions to NLL week number 4. We'll then we'll get the top 5 list from Joel Watson. He is currently busy, but he once again has provided a top 5 teams for us. And so I just want to mention that. And then, of course, we'll conclude with fresh fits. Before we get to Pat Gregoire, I do want to mention here that the Buffalo Bandits, the Oshawa Firewolves, and the Las Vegas Desert Dogs have announced that they are doing a Tucker Outland FOMA Cup once again. It's an in-season tournament, which is super, super cool. I'm trying to get to, I don't have the graphic pulled up with me, but I will say that it's awesome that they're doing it. I remember last year, I forgot which team was like kind of involved in it. So like there was like 3 or 4 games they played and one side team popped up. I think it's super cool that this year what they're doing is they're having just all 3 teams involved and no other teams. So again, Oshawa, of course, with Dyson Williams, Tucker's brother. You got Sean Williams, the coach of Vegas, which is why they're involved. And of course, Buffalo, the team that embraced Tucker from the get-go. So that's awesome to see. I'm glad they did announce that. And now let's bring in the man, the myth, the legend, Pat Gregoire, to help us react to week number 4 of the NLL. How are you, sir?
I'm doing quite well, Michael. I'm not too tired after the late night with Teddy on our stream, but no, looking forward to talking once again about this week. I thought last week was a pretty pivotal week considering how early it is in the NLL season.
Yeah, absolutely. And just again, OTCB podcast off the crossbars. Type in OTCB podcast on YouTube. It pops up. Great live stream. Second one y'all have done. Very proud of. That was amazing, though. That was you guys go for like 2 hours each time. It's incredible.
Yeah, I think we were just under 2 hours last time, maybe an hour 45. The first one definitely was we were cresting over 2 hours, that's for sure. But it's been fun.
I know Teddy got depressed watching my Colts give up everything to Christian McCaffrey. It is what it is.
I know.
All right. So let's do these 4 games. I know you've got some fun stuff to do later on, so we will try to make these kind of quick. Vancouver did defeat Oshawa in a game that you were at. Oshawa lost the game 8-6, but it feels like with the lineup change, I know they released Kyle Jackson, brought in Cash Chalk to offense, and then had another guy they signed off the practice squad or something like that. Whatever it was, they got better looks. I know you talked about it on the broadcast. Del Bianco was shutting the door, but was this a sign of good things for their offense, or are we still stuck in neutral?
I guess it's kind of twofold for me, Mike. Yes, they did get better looks, and yes, at the start of the game, it certainly looked like they found their stride once again. When you talk about the changes, Patrick Kaschuk going up, I thought he looked really, really strong up there. Corson Keeley was the other one that they did elevate from as well. Doing a really good job. Creating space, working hard off ball, working from the inside, then out, all things that Glenn Clark has been preaching, and Clem Durazio, the offensive coordinator, have been preaching all season long. But I still felt like it was still a little bit too perimeter. Like they were working really hard off ball, but on ball, the shots were still from the outside. I think, honestly, it's crazy to say, but 4 of those 5 goals that first went in all over that right shoulder of Christian Del Bianco, or left, I guess, us looking at his right, might have been the worst thing for this team because they're like, okay, our shots from the outside are sinking. And then Del Bianco made those adjustments. But I will give them credit. There were times where they did get to the middle and they had opportunities, but Del Bianco just shut the door. There's no denying and no doubting that their run to start the year, Nick Rose, a historic night from Warren Hill, probably Brett Dobson's best game that we've seen as a pro, if not one of the best ones. And then, of course, Christian Del Bianco. So it really was not very easy start for them. But for me, I'm still concerned. I'm still very concerned with this group. I said it last night on our show. I'll say it again. I think it's just too much of the same type of players. A lot of undersized players that shoot the ball really well from the outside. Need some more guys that are inside finishers. I don't know what's going on with Ty Kurtz. He looks a little disengaged at times. I know this is Simmons' team, and after the game, the loose mesh guys were talking about it like your guys got to be your guys. Ashley had a great hit on it about guys being the guys. I feel like at some points it's a little bit too much hero ball for Alex Simmons. He's just trying to do too much. But I understand where that comes from because when you look at the numbers, he's really the only guy that is contributing and putting up some positive numbers. So I'm still hitting the panic button. I don't think that a coaching change really changes much here, Mike, to be honest, because I don't think Glenn Clark and Clem Durazio are saying, hey, let's set it out from the outside and let's shoot from the outside. That's how we're going to have success. I think it's more of a personnel issue at this point, and I don't know if they make a bigger change, but I do think if this team's want to have success, a bigger change than just adding different depth pieces. I think one of the big top changes, one of those top players at the top might need to get traded, and there might need to be a shuffle that way.
You're going to hate me for saying this because I know you're all about this guy going to Toronto, but I mean, if the Wings do fall apart, what if Rez goes to Oshawa? Just throwing stuff at a wall at this point.
I don't hate it. I absolutely don't hate it. I think that they could use something. I think they could use some veteran presence in that locker room as well. Like, I think when you look at the back end, like, of course, they add, Kyle Rubish in the offseason. Colton Watkinson's obviously a captain on that team. Mike Byrne is becoming quite the leader on that group.
Defense.
But they're on defense.
Yeah.
All the veterans are on the back end. Like, and I feel, and I can we have a quick moment of silence for Doug Jamieson? Like, sub 8 goals against average, an 8.32 save percentage, lead in the league in saves, and this dude is 1-2. It's just not fair. I feel for him. And shout out to Ashley, one of her hits was talking about Alex Simmons. He said it like it's hard to look at this guy in the face right now. Look at him in the eyes.
Oh man.
The team knows they're struggling, Mike. They know it. They know it. They know it. They know they need to be better. It's just, at one, like, again, you could talk about the shooting struggles and everyone's going through a slump at the same time. But at the end of the day, you're professionals. You're paid to put the ball in the net. Someone's got to do it.
You're paid to figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I will say, for some stupid reason, I'm still holding out hope. I do like that. And I know that, like, Frick even said, like, they were talking about the Rush's schedule, but Frick was like saying on another part of Loose Match, like, hey, this is the NLL, you're playing the best and figure it out. Like, pretty much, like, you don't have time for schedule woes or who we're playing. You're paid to figure that stuff out and beat the best players. So I like that part. I'm holding out hope, even though I commented this last time. I'm sure you read, there was a bunch of comments going on. Great stuff.
Comments were great.
But I do want to mention that last year, the Firewolves started 1-5, and their only win was against the Rock. Yeah. And last year, what were we doing? Holding out hope. And last year's offense was better. They're in a heap of trouble. And I know that last year, again, they were the ones that had to start fast with their scheduling. Suck it up, man. I can't. Yep. Excuses are running thin and everyone's healthy. I would say.
And here's the thing, like, talking to Alex Simmons and a couple of the other guys before, they were saying, like, we really feel like we need a victory here going into the break. Like, we don't want to stew on this over the holidays. They don't play again until January 3rd against Ottawa at home. I actually Of course, obviously the athletes know better than me. I think this actually might not be the worst thing for them. I think them losing once again, having this time
Let it
off, having
stew.
time, let it stew. I have a little bit of separation this week too. Forget about the game of lacrosse. Enjoy your time with your family and
Yeah.
friends. Make sure you work off all the turkey that you eat over the holidays as well, though, and then come back refreshed, rejuvenated for January 3rd against Ottawa. Because Frick is right. I mean, it's difficult. Everyone has tough schedules. Let's be honest here, but they've got Ottawa at home, Halifax at home, then travel to Saskatchewan, then travel to Colorado, and then travel to Vegas, and then they're at home to Toronto, and then they play home to the Seals. This thing doesn't get any easier, any quicker. So you waiting for like a quick little easy dub is not on the table here. You got to figure it out somehow. And I think the next couple of weeks off here is going to be good for this group. But man, oh man, they got to come out with their hair on fire against Ottawa.
Oof. Let's do the next one. We didn't say our time on this one, then the next little final two, we're rapid fire. We got to talk about the goalie fights. And the question I'm going to raise to you was Rochester defeated Philly 15-11. Does the NLL need more no, not more rivalries, more goalie rivalries? Because you mentioned last night Dave Mood and Hartley might have had something brewing in the June and whatever the crap they were playing. Whatever it was, it brewed and we got it. So do we need more goalie rivalries?
I mean, I'd be all in for it. I would all. This is a hilarious comment. I'd be in for it. I would absolutely be in for it. Although at the same time and you and I have had this discussion before as well. These moments are great. These moments are what's going to bring light to the league. Let's not beat this into the ground and overkill it. Like, and I don't think that's happening. We talked about the tweet already. This being an inside conspiracy, like, come on, that had to be fun. That has to be satire. Like that.
And also, it absolutely. And by the way, the media, like some of the cross media are going back and forth. People, guys, the hockey fans don't know what they're watching yet. Okay, let them just tell them what it is and don't argue with them. We can't get mad. How dare you? They don't know what it is. Like, give them a chance here.
Yeah, exactly. Totally. Yeah. So, but in all seriousness, absolutely would love it. And even, I'll be honest, like does every single goalie got to drop the gloves? Absolutely not. No. But like even later on in that game, like at the end of the game, Hutchcraft gets a shot at him after the buzzer. And
that was crazy. Like that,
and he goes and takes matters. And I thought we were going to have our second goalie fight of the evening. But having these goalies with a little more chip on their shoulder, a little more personality, like over the years, back in the day, you know, you always hear people like, oh, goalies are different. Stay away from the goalies.
True.
They're quirky. But we do have a few goalies in this league that have good personalities, like the Brett Dobsons of the world, like a Warren Hill. Frank Chiliano's not afraid to mix it up as well. So, I mean, Christian Del Bianco, obviously.
That's a whole podcast.
He's a little more calm, cool, and collected. But I would love to see a little more juice and rivalry between these goalies. But let's not hope for a goalie fight each and every week, because then I think it's going to lose a little bit of its luster.
Yeah, and that's what that was my answer to, was just basically enjoy the, like, kind of like the Elijah Gas fight, just enjoy the extra clicks and views, but show people why the game is awesome. Fights are awesome and they're going to get people going, but the game was physical and fast anyways. You're going to love it. So
absolutely.
Rapid fire here. Is Georgia's defense legit? I know they're 1-2, but they hold another offense to close, and Dobson's still playing well. How do you feel? Are they legit?
I think so. Absolutely. You could talk about them having a little bit of a blip on the radar against Buffalo, but I mean, that's a difficult task for those young kids on that back end. First game, banner night, juices, and you could tell, like, they actually started the game well, and then eventually the Bandits took over. But they looked outstanding at home against Oshawa, and then going, traveling across the country into Saskatchewan against a very, very good Saskatchewan offense as well. Let's be quite fair. It's not like they're going up against just struggling Oshawa offense. They went up against, the team that was one win away from denying Buffalo of creating something special. I think this defense is creating something special right now. Michael Grace has been unbelievable, been blown away with how good he's been. I am always such a huge fan of Jeff Henrik. He is a guy that if I could have, 10 or 11 Jeff Henriks on my back end, I'd take them all. Jacob Hickey is an electric player out the back door, pushing it in transition. Ben Trumbull, again, another great young piece. I really feel like, we're seeing some emergence, a guy like Liam McGraw, very, very strong. Jeremy Phoenix made his debut at the faceoff dot. They've got a lot of young guys back there, guys. And then, of course, but we can't forget it. Like the leader of this group is Jordan McIntosh, who is the captain. He's one of the best two-way players that the game has ever seen. And I think he's a guy that's going to be able to teach some of those Ben Trumbulls and some of those Kickies and the Graces of the world, kind of show them the ropes, what it means to be an all-around player. And one other guy I'll throw out there as well is Kaysen Tarbell, obviously an older guy on that group, but I thought his last game, he was superb and all over the floor. I think he's kind of a little bit of a resurgent after maybe a little bit of a down year last season.
I wonder if there's like Liam McGraw, like does he coach Kai? Like how does that work?
I wouldn't be. I think he is living down in Market. So
jeez.
Shout out Liam. Shout out Hatchet Lake, Nova Scotia. Liam McGraw, one of the few players from the East Coast playing in the National Lacrosse League.
The actual East Coast.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I know some folks in Halifax would love for Liam McGraw to make it home in Halifax for the T-Birds one day. Not going to happen, guys.
Nope.
Not going to happen. Maybe when he's older and he becomes an unrestricted free agent, but he's going to be down in Georgia for a long time.
Thank you. My answer to that is yes, because I said if Georgia makes the playoffs, I wouldn't mind a good defense. And so far through 3 games, it looked okay. If Lyle and Shane in the offense figured out, we're golden. But that's like half the teams in the league right now. All right.
Yeah, and I wanted to keep it positive because the offense is a problem, and maybe that's a conversation you and I can have. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay.
But that's a conversation we can have for another time. I just want to remind you, though, Mike, I did say if Georgia can hold teams around that 10 goal mark, I said that's going to be a recipe for success.
9-9?
They held the team to 7 and they still lost. So the offense has to do their job. There's no doubt about that.
Correct. Finally, Ottawa lost to Vegas 10-9. Vegas did blow a 9-1 lead, but they did win. Did Vegas prove anything?
Yes, they proved that this team is different than years past.
Sure.
It's not because Kells, stuffed it to me pretty good after I went scorched earth on him on the podcast. Not that, the fact that their defense looked really good in that first half. For me, the old Vegas team, if they were to, first off, that team's not getting a 9-1 lead. Let's be quite frank.
Good point.
They don't have an offensive punch to even get to that.
They're
point.
down 9-1. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're down 9-1, and they're the ones trying to claw back. If they, in years past, blew a 9-1 lead, they're probably losing that game, and they're probably losing by a couple, and it just snowballs, and the sky is falling, and they're panicking, and maybe they're taking dumb penalties, and, the defense looks out of sorts, and the offense is sorting things. Despite them blowing that lead, they still looked calm, cool, and collected the entire time. Maybe they needed to panic a little more and have that sense of urgency a little more. But when push came to shove, the veteran stepped up. Mitch Jones scores a big goal. And I just feel like this team has more poise, more veteran leadership, more experience. And I think it's going to be a bit of a grind at times. If Landon Kells can play like that, this team's going to win a lot of lacrosse games. But we have to see more than just one game from Kells before we can say, all right, the goaltending is solved. Like, I'll give him his praise for a great game, Mike. But we need to see a few in a row before we can start crowning them.
Which is why I said no, they didn't prove anything. Because honest to God, I actually looked at my stats. I have these counted, and I'll let you go here. I've had Landon Kells a couple of times winning my 3 stars. So this is nothing new to me. I'm kind of like Warren Hill. I'm kind of used to a couple of good games here and there. I need 4 or 5 in a row, and then we can talk about you.
Well, they've got the great great challenge coming up here. 2 road games, one against Toronto, one against Buffalo. I think and I like this comment here.
You
If
said
Vegas
Toronto
wins this
last
one,
night too. If they can do
yeah,
something, yeah.
I think Toronto, but I think if you can split, if you lose to Toronto and then beat Buffalo in Buffalo, like, okay, then yes,
But
you're legit.
close though. I need close
Yes.
games.
Yes. I think if you can go 1-1 over the next 2 against 2 very strong teams and 2 buildings that over the years have been proven to be really difficult to play in, then I think we can start talking about Vegas being legit.
Love it. And then this is just evil. This is just an evil comment. Lyle term.
Good Lord. Good Lord. I mean, well, I talked about it yesterday too. I put him on my naughty list.
Yes.
I think on the broadcast this weekend, we might be talking about some New Year's resolutions. He might be making an appearance there as well. So here's the thing, though. You said it. He's going to be fine, and I do agree with you. I think our expectations of Lyle Thompson being that 100+ point getter might be behind us, but that doesn't mean he's still not an elite player, right?
Correct. That's what I said. Like, I haven't seen it since I started the show, but he still can get 80 or 90 points. That's fine.
Yeah, of course. But but he's not at the rate he's at right now. He's not getting 100. He's getting 60. Like he's 50. I think his pace right now is like 34. But I mean, that's not going to happen. But he'll pick it up. I know he'll pick it up, but it's got to be sooner rather than later.
Thank you, Pat.
Thank you, Michael.
Have a good weekend, sir. We will not see you Friday. We will ask for your best bets, though, and we're excited for those. Tell the Polar Bears we send our best, and tell Teddy have fun. And have fun with Pete Dalladay.
Yes, first game with Pete. We're excited for it. I'm curious to see what he's going to look like. He might show up in a full-blown Santa suit, an elf costume. I don't know, but he's going to be dialed, looking ready to go. And here's my best bet for the week. Pete Dalladay to win Fresh Fits. That's my best bet.
Thank you, Pat. Have a good one, man.
See ya.
Hey, see, this is what friends are for. Now that was fun. Again, what is your take for these questions, guys? You got Oshawa is a sign of a better offense or same old, same old? Does the NLL need more goalie-based rivalries? Is Georgia's defense legit? And did Las Vegas prove anything? All right, when we come back, I'll give you Joe Watson's top 5 teams, and don't go anywhere because we're going to get to Fresh Fits as well, including the broadcasters. It was tough this week. We'll be right back. Daily Dive. Bye.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Happy holidays from Jeff Beck Health and Wellness. And you're seeing this on North American Talk Radio because the network is near and dear to my heart, kind of a passion project. I'm hoping you're having a great holiday season. Hopefully it's not too cold where you're at. The snow has melted here in Ohio. You can see in the background. But I wanted to extend a warm welcome and let you know that, if you're dealing with weight management, behavioral change, stress, depression, relationship issues, I am a certified health and wellness counselor trained via Cornell and Yale, and I am a nutritional coach trained via the NASM. And I would love to extend an opportunity for you to reach out. JeffBeckWellness.com is my website, or JeffBeck101021@gmail.com is my email. We're offering a free initial consultation, no charge to you. Once we go into full counseling, I can help you submit that to your insurance company or your employer. Many employers reimburse for these types of services. So, we all deal with things from time to time. Please reach out, JeffBeckWellness.com, or email me, JeffBeck101021@gmail.com. And I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're enjoying the current programming you're watching on North American Talk Radio. Keep your head up, be friendly, be happy, and again, I hope it's a great winter for you and a great holiday season. Take care.
Welcome back to Daily Dive. We just talked to Pat Gregoire here on this Tuesday, December 23rd, 2025. Hope you're having a great and safe time out there. Pat Gregoire talked to us about week 4 instant/overreaction. So we had some fun there. Now it's time to get to Joel Watson's top 5 NLL teams. There is another shakeup, not a big one, but big enough. Halifax Thunderbirds have now dropped to number 2, probably the results of not playing this past weekend. Rochester jumps up to number 1. Vancouver, Buffalo stay 3 and 4. Vancouver did get a win, though, and the Rush are up to number 5 after a 7-4 victory over the Georgia Swarm. Of course, Joel Watson joins us most Tuesdays whenever his work schedule allows for goalie breakdowns and, of course, his top 5 teams. And, of course, again, the goalie performances from this weekend. I would have loved to get his thoughts on the goalies, on the goalie fights with Rylan Hartley and Nick Damude. I will have to make a mental note of that to ask Joel if he comes on next week, hey, what happened there? And ask Joel, would he have engaged in a goalie fight? And has he ever been in one? I'm just wondering. But yeah, Joel Watson, we appreciate him for his time with us. And now again, Rochester, Halifax, the shakeup up top, and then Vancouver and Buffalo, and of course Saskatchewan has entered the chat. What is your top 5? And I believe the NLL should be releasing their top 8 by the fans. Okay, so that will be at noon Eastern. So in 91 minutes is the deadline for the StubHub Power Rankings by the fans. I love that they're doing that. It feels like StubHub is definitely a better partnership than Gatorade Canada. But yeah. Oh, Joel fought Hartley back in 2017. Dude, Hartley fights everybody. That's incredible. That is unbelievable. Thank you, Pat, for that. Sweet. All right. We'll take one more quick commercial break. Stay tuned for Fresh Fits. It's going to be a good one. A lot of great-looking suits. And, of course, the broadcaster fits. Oh, boy, it was tough to choose. One must prevail. And fresh kicks? Interesting. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to wrap it up next.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Here's your reminder that Fresh Fits is presented by Box Lacrosse Time, a new merchandise line by Daily Dive. It's available in shirts and mug form. in the beautiful digital print formats. Again, Box Lacrosse time. Get your shirts or mug today. It's now time for Fresh Fits, baby. Cannot wait for these. Bam! We're starting off with Ryan Keenan. This was a video, full disclosure. But the Rush, they love to make things interesting. Even when they post their Fresh Fits, they like to be stingy. But Ryan Keenan, nice enough. Good for you. Moving on. Georgia, once again, posted 2 people. Couldn't resist, though. Seth Van Scheppen with the nice red velvet colored vest there. You also have the white dress shirt behind it, and of course the gray suit jacket or sport coat to match it. Great work there by Van Scheppen. Would have loved to see if it was a full gray suit or how he finished off with those shoes. Who cares? We're good. Seth Van Scheppen, shout out to you. All right, Philadelphia. This is interesting. You've got a few players to choose from. I personally like Isaiah Davis-Allen. I don't see any Joe Terrence, which makes me very sad, but we're going with Deacon Knott. That's right, Deacon with an A, with, again, the nice, it's not maroon, it's not red. It's a little bit in between that. Great fit there from Deacon Knott. The Wings just love to make it hard on me as well. They were so good the past few seasons, but as I've said before, Joe Tsai helped the team for another year. He did not pay for a social media person, apparently. All right, next up. Jackson Fridge of the Oshawa Firewolves. Now, this one's hard to see because he's covered by its stuffy, but I see you. Gingerbread Man, beer? I didn't notice the beer. What an interesting... I did not notice the alcohol right there. You got like, maybe it's root beer? I don't know. Looks like Gingerbread Man with candy canes and then whatever the beverage is there. But Jackson Fridge does win it. And in the background, you can see Dyson Williams. I love this. I love the teddy bear talk, man. It provides content in so many different ways. All right, next up. Now, Vancouver Warriors, Jesse King. There's Jeff Cornwall smiling. Jeff Cornwall's always smiling, by the way. So is Jesse King, apparently. Jesse, I love this. Really nice festive tie. So close to winning it. But Mr. Transition himself, Shane Simpson. Gotta give it to him, man. The color coordination on this is amazing. You've got the white pop dress shirt. And I'm a sucker for ties, but the white dress shirt works here with the frosty blue plaid shirt. Sport coat, navy blue pants, socks. We love socks. Nice shoes, those brown shoes. Very color coordinated again. Jesse King was nice. Shane Simpson a little bit nicer. Give it to him. And Chase Fraser, you see right here, the dogs reposted it. Chase Fraser liked it. There you go. Friend of the show, by the way. Chase, you know we don't like ankles. We will forgive you. Nice. I feel like hey, listen, man. It's clear which teams pay their players more. And I know Fraser came from Buffalo, but man, the boys were looking dapper. Chase Fraser was just the best dressed one for Las Vegas. That's now 2 wins for Fraser for Las Vegas. He now leads that pack. Get it, pack? All right. All right. Sean Fraser, Pack Gregoire. This is tough. This is tough. Fraser, I've seen him wear this shirt before, I believe. I don't know how he gets... There's Cody Jansen. I don't know how on earth they don't make him wear a tie. It's still a nice shirt and suit tie and shirt and suit jacket combo. But again, it's not Pack Gregoire. Even with the makeup, which we don't... Poor guy. I love this suit. The greenish... It's like a green tint. There's my laptop that you're actually recording this on right now. There's Matt Cullen. He looks like, man, I wish I was wearing something nice right now, but wow. Pack Gregoire, green suit. Can't beat it. Good for him. Again, Fraser, I like this, but I've seen it before. And Patrick Roy with the Tide. Again, I don't know why Fraser's allowed to do what he does, but he does. Is what it is. There's your Fresh Fits. Again, a segment where I just have fun with well-dressed people, even though I myself could not pull most of it off, but there you go. Is there footage of the Joel Watson fights? I don't know where Loose Mesh is posting this, but it's not in the comments, that's for sure. All right, folks, thanks so much for watching today's show. Reminder that you can find us on social media at Daily Dive LAX to interact with the fans on Twitter/X or Instagram. I will post more reels today along with Joel Watson's top 5. I've been kind of lax on that stuff. I'll be fine. But you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. And again, if you're new to the show, we will have a show Thursday as well and Friday. We're not stopping. We are Team Never Stop here. I just made that up. But yeah, Daily Dive will continue as always. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel as always. We're not doing this. Yeah, I don't have time to post that. I don't have time to post it on the show right now. I figure Lax Tilly, man. Up here, I'll do this for you guys if you want to do this. Here is the username on Instagram for those fights. And maybe I can share it on the Instagram story, but Lax Tillyman is who usually posts that stuff. I'm not pulling it up right now. I'm not doing that. The show's over. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show on the planet. I am your host, Michael Karvelis, and this is Daily Dive. It is Wednesday, December 24th, 2025, and this show begins now. On today's awesome show, it's hard to read, but whatever. That's my NLL Power Rankings. Top spots remain a little bit unchanged, but the middle is where we have a little bit of a shakeup, so stay tuned for that. Our first guest will be Tim Dillon. Yes, senor, Setete Siete will return to talk face-offs, his 3 NLL headlines, aka Tresto to see us, and of course, the Tonka. Has he gotten his Tonka yet? A tale as old as time. And we'll talk to Gamble Guy as he will react to the goalie fight and some stocking stuffers for your favorite NLL teams. Alrighty, I'm going to first get to my NLL Power Rankings. I want to first of all say thank you to the NLL. I won't say thank you, but shout out to the NLL for doing the Fan Power Rankings presented by StubHub, I believe. And well, there's so many free advertising on the show, but they're doing the Fan Power Rankings where people, click their top 8 and then they balance it out with the voting. Good for them. I like they're doing some fan interaction stuff. I don't know how many people are actually doing that. I forgot to do it this week. I did chime in last week, but after seeing the rankings, I'm like, oh, well, my voice doesn't matter. I'm kidding. But now we're going to get to this. My 14-9 right now, a little bit of a shakeup in there, honestly. Wings and Roughnecks still bringing up the rear. Ottawa Black Bears better watch out because after they went on another big run, or should I say allowed a big run, Pat Gregoire said in all 3 of their games, they'd allow a 6-goal run. That's not very good. They're dropping number 12. Wings might actually gain a spot in the power rankings pretty soon. Desert Dogs are up 1 after a win against those Black Bears. You can't really move them up much, but I don't think the Black Bears are that good anyways. Seals jump up to number 10 by default. And the Oshawa Firewolves are still hanging on to that number 9 spot. It's not my hypothetical playoffs. It is something, though, because I still feel like their defense and their goaltending can hold the tide because so many teams have a bad offense right now. It's not just the Firewolves, even though Oshawa's got the most glaring problems right now. Oshawa's number 9 for me. 8-1, top 5, pretty much unchanged for me. Actually, it is unchanged. The Toronto Rock, they didn't play. They jump up to number 6. The Swarm lost to the Rust 7-4. I do still respect the Swarm right now. They've been very competitive against some very good teams, at least we think. Colorado Mammoth up to number 8. Again, they didn't play either, but just the fact that other teams look so not great, Mammoth jumped to number 8, leapfrogging the Firewolves. So there you go. Again, there's 1-8 for me, and there is 9-14. Thank you for tuning into that. All right. When we come back, though, we have got to talk to Tim Dillon and see what's on his mind. Specifically, has he gotten his Tonka yet? Tresno to see us and face-offs. He's been pretty good on his predictions so far, even though Terrell Hammer Jackson had a little bit of a down week, 12-10. I don't know. We'll be right back, Daily Dive. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be a fun show today.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Happy holidays from Jeff Beck Health and Wellness. And you're seeing this on North American Talk Radio because the network is near and dear to my heart, kind of a passion project. I'm hoping you're having a great holiday season. Hopefully it's not too cold where you're at. The snow has melted here in Ohio. You can see in the background. But I wanted to extend a warm welcome and let you know that, if you're dealing with weight management, behavioral change, stress, depression, relationship issues, I am a certified health and wellness counselor trained via Cornell and Yale, and I am a nutritional coach trained via the NASM. And I would love to extend an opportunity for you to reach out. JeffBeckWellness.com is my website, or JeffBeck101021@gmail.com is my email. We're offering a free initial consultation, no charge to you. Once we go into full counseling, I can help you submit that to your insurance company or your employer. Many employers reimburse for these types of services. So, we all deal with things from time to time. Please reach out, JeffBeckWellness.com, or email me, JeffBeck101021@gmail.com. And I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're enjoying the current programming you're watching on North American Talk Radio. Keep your head up. Be friendly. Be happy. And again, I hope it's a great winter for you and a great holiday season. Take care.
Welcome back to Daily Dive. I hope you're having a great one so far. It is Wednesday, December 24th, 2025, and it is now my pleasure to bring in, just a moment here, I'm going to turn the screen on here. It is now my pleasure to bring in Senor Stefan Sieta. Great day. It's a great day, Tim Dillon. How are you?
We're doing good, Senor Michael. We're doing very good.
You seem tired, man. What's going on?
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz, all that good stuff.
It is a very early morning here, and there's a giant rainstorm outside. So,
Aren't you
Yes,
in California?
I am.
Don't get rain.
In the northern part of California, we get lots of rain. We
Let's
don't
go.
we don't really have a winter season. We have a rain season.
Vamonos then. It's all good. It's all great. Have you had a good last week since we seen you?
I did. I went to a basketball game last night. Got some free tickets from a friend group.
Good
I
stuff.
did.
Tell her Hammer Jackson giving out the free tickets. We love it. I'm
No, it was
kidding.
actually from like a sports hurling group called Sacramento Cavanaghs.
A
Great,
hurling
great
group.
club.
Oh, like we was all throwing up.
No, like
Okay.
it's like Irish sports hurling.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, no, great guys there. It was good. It was a good team event. Very happy I went.
Have you got your Tonka? Has Santa come early or not yet?
So Tonka comes out 25th. Comes out tomorrow.
For you, right?
I pre-ordered, so I should get mine like very soon. The
Ooh,
only reason why the delay happened was because the Canadian Post strike
those
did cause
bastards.
yes, it did cause a delay in shipping. And because of that, the guy who's the company who sends our packages to Canada Post, there was like a delay there, and
Mhm.
it's just because the postal strike, and that's it, really.
You sound great, Tim Dillon. I gotta admit, you sound really enthusiastic right now. But we're here. We're ready. All right.
I'm enthusiastic. It's just like what like what
Good morning, Tim.
you want me to make a promo on you, brother? Something like that?
Right. So, I do want to get to your reaction to this goalie fight. Credit
Oh, I
to.
loved it, buddy.
Oh,
I
jeez.
loved it.
Look at this. Look at this. This is great. This is great.
That Rochester goalie, it's like his
Rylan
second
Hartley.
fight. It's always
He's
a
actually
dub.
had more in like juniors. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's always fought Albany's guy every time. The last fight he fought Albany too.
Well, this is on Philadelphia. For the record.
Oshawa, yeah, now, but he's fought
No,
the
this is
same team.
Philadelphia's guy. This is Nick Dameud.
Yeah, I think he fought Nick Damey at one point
This
too.
is. Oh, you're doing the Dick Dame. Okay, I hear you.
Yeah.
I feel like Hartley won that fight, though. I feel like that's fair to say.
Yeah, Rochester goal, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he had those last two quick hits to the dome and it was done.
The ref said that's enough.
Yes,
Love
but
it.
I'm glad the refs let them fight. You
Right.
know, other leagues wouldn't do that.
Right. You're just drinking. I love it. Now, is that water or is that coffee right now?
It's water right now, man. Like it's water. Trust me.
He's gonna go right back to sleep when the show ends. I love her too, man.
Yeah,
That's fantastic. Wow. How's your mom doing, man?
she's doing good, man. We gotta, wrap up some decorations. We got some new stuff in.
Ooh.
Put them up. It's Christmas time over here
Right.
at the Tim Dillon house.
That's
At,
right. Tim.
at the
I
Dillons.
said to Dylan.
At the Dillons.
All right, so I love that. All right, so let's get to the face-offs. It's what you're here for.
Yeah,
man,
absolutely.
Hammer Jackson. He played where he faced off against Jay Thornberry. Those
Yeah,
guys
let me say something about that really quick. Let me say something about that. Thornburg, dude.
pretty good.
Like, I'm not that familiar with your game all that much. Like,
What?
I was like I get he's like a vet in the league, right? But
Right.
like he bounces around a lot of teams.
He doesn't play on. You're right. He doesn't dominate a face-off. He's just
He
there.
doesn't. I don't know how that guy stayed in this league so well. I just think
Good
he's like
point.
I think he's just averagely consistent, which is hard to do in any league.
Averagely consistent.
So I would just say, props to him. I mean, he's a journeyman
Correct.
and he's done his job. He's been on rosters longer than some Hall of Famers. And I think he has a really good, Hall of Fame career under his belt, just as an all-around guy. I mean, you can't say that for every face-off guy, but he's one of those guys where I think that an exception needs to be made. That he's been in this league for forever. That's
consistency, longevity.
absolutely. But Hammer did win. Hammer's
12
team.
to 10, you're correct. And it's right. The team won too. That was a bigger
Team won also. I mean, they had a really bad no goal streak, but all that matters is Mitch Jones is what Mitch Jones does. He wins.
That's your game winner. Now you saw that Chase Frazier also got signed to Loading. That was nice.
Well, he was signed previously. We just re-upped him. That's all that happened.
Little resign. I like it. I know we did that in loading. It's good stuff.
Yes,
Kind of like your own little
absolutely.
sports league. He's been good. I don't know if I think Hammer Jackson said, "Oh well, he's only scored goals with one hand." I'm like, okay, I doubt that.
Yeah, the guy really has. Let me tell you something
The
here,
ones we've
Michael.
seen have been one hand.
Yeah, let me tell you something, Michael. That man hasn't scored with one hand, with only one hand in the stick for like 8 years. All right,
It's
that's all that
ridiculous, man.
matters. Let me tell you something, Michael. Chase Frazier's the truth. He's that guy.
Is that your
Doesn't need
microphone? Is that what we're doing?
doesn't need two
That's
hands. He only needs
amazing.
one.
You should start using that for your microphone. I dig it. I
know.
dig it.
I know.
What? That's a weird hat. I ain't gonna lie. So the other games that went down this weekend, Rochester beat Philly. I think Jeremy Thompson got smoked again on faceoffs.
He did. I don't know what they're
Shit,
doing, man. Like it's ruining like his end of the. Dude, I don't know. It's like I love Jeremy. I respect him, but you gotta know when to be like, hey, like
It's time.
it's time.
It's
And I
time.
love Jeremy, but like
Right.
his face-off form has not been updated since like 2015. Like
Woof.
if he wanted to make like a push for like more trading and more, facing off development, then
He's
I
got
would
the
love to see that.
pedigree.
Yeah, but he just hasn't really updated it that much.
Well, Jake Naso, little dominant guy once again. I think he went 12-3 in the faceoffs he did. It wasn't much to win with the Rush and the Swarm, but he did pretty much dominate that matchup. I think the Swarm finally put out their guy, Phoenix, I think his name is.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
Naso had his way.
that game was a snooze fest. Oh my
Yes, it was.
gosh. Dude, I picked Georgia because I'm like, oh,
Good for you.
Thompson's gonna have a good night. It's gonna be against a good defense, but he rises to the occasion.
Right.
I mean, is Georgia just done? Like they had a really
Oh,
promising
is
start.
Lyle Thompson done? Georgia's fine.
You can't. Okay, listen. I know Lau Thompson's offense has like gone down a little bit,
That's rough.
but like we should have saw this coming. Like I watched him in the Man Cup final. He's a really good player, Hall of Famer
I
in
would hope
any
so.
league. But dude, he wasn't even starting on O sometimes for that Man Cup team. He was like running transition and he was getting
He's
back
fast.
on defense,
He
and
is
he was like
fast.
he was making plays on defense too in transition, but
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe he's not the starting O guy right now for Georgia. Maybe put him second line. I don't know because like
Woo!
they're holding on to the ball a lot. There's not making anything happen. And I get they played a phenomenal goalie. They played a phenomenal defense. But I believe the Thompsons are phenomenal players. So I don't know what needs to happen. Either the Rush had a 1 in a million night where they were on top of it, or is this the beginning and the end of the Georgia Thompson dynasty?
I've said it since I started the show. Lyle has not been good not been great since he's been good, but like if you're not going to score 100 points, you're not really Lyle Thompson anymore. You're just Lyle Thompson. It's not like I love her too, man. I love her too.
I agree with you somewhat there. I do think that he is older, and I think you need to give him like some credit to be like if he can get like 60 points
If he
a
can still
season.
60 to 90, it still feels
Yeah.
like pretty decent times for him. But
And I know he's in good shape. I know, but like you gotta understand, like this guy's played so long this year and last 2 years. He's played a full World Games in field, a full indoor games.
and
He's played
he got
a
rid of the
full
PLL too, which is crazy.
Yeah, but he's had back-to-back Man Cup runs and wins, and he's playing the NLL. Like, it's taxing on your body. He's had no break really in 2 years. So, you gotta give him a little slack there to be like, "Yo, like, it's
Chill
gonna be
out
a
a
little
little bit.
bit like it's a down year for." That's why I said last year on the last time I was on the show, like, this season doesn't really matter. It does
Oh,
matter, but, like, you have to understand, like, half of the players in this league have just either went to a full field World Games, a full indoor World Games, a full PLL or NLL season, or a full Man Cup season, or a very competitive senior A
are you
season.
saying that's why our offense is struggling?
Yes, because everybody's pretty burnt out from last 2 years. Yes, please
Uh,
not be down, Pat. Oh, that's all I'm
Um,
saying. It's like people don't realize that these guys, this is gonna be a down year because they've spent all their running, their working out, their nutrition, their media, all their energy the last 2 years have been spent somewhere else.
That's fair.
So, and this
Um,
league has become like an afterthought to a lot of people too. Because a lot
one
of players are getting paid more to play senior A than they are getting paid to play in this league.
whoa, don't tell people that. Don't tell people that. You're right, though. You're right. Oshawa Firewolves did lost to Vancouver 8-6. But on
I called it.
face-offs,
Called
yeah,
it.
well, I wouldn't call that, but Mike
No,
Byrne.
no, no, no. I was the only guy.
No, wait,
I was
we
the only
all
guy.
called
Go
Vancouver.
back to
Get
the
out of
Instagram
here.
post. Go back, brother. Go back to the Instagram
We all
post. That
called
was the one to pick the
anyways.
LV for the top, baby.
We all called Vancouver anyways. Now, you did call Las Vegas. That was the one. But Vancouver beat Oshawa. But Mike Byrne for the Firewolves, the stats right here are he won 13 of 18 that he took for the Firewolves. Mike Byrne's been very good so far this year for the face-offs on Oshawa.
Now, very good. I won't use that word. I say he did his job. He
He's
did an
been
average.
13-5 is better than what Tyrell Hammer Jackson, your Jersey namesake, was. Yes, it's true.
Time. Hold on. Hold
Uh-oh.
on. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
He's
First of
lathering up
all,
the soap.
skip
What?
card. Michael, hush up. All right. Listen here.
What's that?
Tyrell Hammer Jackson played an actual face-off guy with
That
an
is true.
actual wings, with actual face-off strategy, and he played very well.
I do wonder.
And also to consider in that game, the refs were on him on everything. Okay. Second of all,
Okay.
that guy for Oshawa, buddy, he went out. Mike
a goal.
Mike Byrne, I saw the goal. I saw Mike
Yeah.
Byrne's goal. But are we really gonna say you score one goal and that makes you a great face-off guy? Anybody
No.
can score. Yeah. Oh, what I'm saying is he did his job. I don't know too much on the guy.
He wasn't
That's on
dominant.
me.
That's good. He was
That's
playing
on
Tyler
me.
Garrison. That's a
But
good point.
I would assume the guy's played some level of collegiate D1 or high level D2 or D3. I assume he's played some high level senior A, and I assume that he got drafted by or picked up by a professional team because he's a good face-off guy. But he's average compared to Nardella. He's average compared to Hammer Jackson. He's
Sure.
average compared to Stathicus, who's only in
I was going to
his
say
second or
Stathicus
third
has
year.
not played yet.
Exactly.
Here's the
So
prediction.
when you see that stat line, 15-3 and a goal, he's going up against Vancouver, whose face-off transition and face-off defense sucks.
You mean we'll just say they don't have Stathicus right now. But I do have a question to ask you. Next time he plays, I got to write this down now, on the good day of 12/24/25. Next time Mike Byrne plays Stathicus, what do you think the numbers are?
I think it's going to get smoked.
Well, what is smoked?
Let me tell you this right now, brother. He's going to get smoked. All right?
Okay, what would be the percentage for Stathicus?
It's going to be like 85%.
85, okay.
And he's going to bully him.
Sure.
He's going to bully him. Listen.
Bully.
Listen, any competent face-off guy with some collegiate experience and some box experience at a high level could go out there and do it with what Byrne did. Right.
That's
there.
fair. That's fair.
Okay. Now, would I say every single one of them scores a goal? No.
Got it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that his goal, that's testament to his skill alone. But what I do believe is calling him, put some respect in his name, I get that. But he has only had one good game. Think about it. They've played, 3 games already?
He's had a couple good games. Yeah, like Mike Byrne has not been bad. He hasn't been dominant, but he's been okay.
I watched his first game. He went early.
Well,
he went early on purpose. No.
Okay.
Here's how I can tell that a team doesn't have faith in his face-off guy. You look at Jeremy Thompson, you look at Byrne. What do they have in common? They will go early on purpose to get back on defense.
Well,
that's ridiculous.
He is a defender. I did not know this, by the way, for the record.
Yeah, he's an actual defender. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's doing a great job for what position he's been put in. But like I said, he's just a defender who take faceoffs like Mike Messenger. Now, does Mike Messenger have a good game? No. Does he play good faceoff? Not really. But he's the same thing. You just got lucky with the goal. I mean, Messenger does that more than he does.
For the record, 39 of 65 is just 60%. You're right. He's been okay. He's been positive, but he's not been great. That's a good point.
Yeah, but like you look at any of these face-off guys' percentage where their career 70% guy, career 55, 60, 65%.
Mhm.
That's incredible in any league. In
Sure.
any collegiate level, that's an incredible stat line. Because breaking even is hard to do, but also going above and beyond that and contributing offensively is hard. So when you have guys who boast a stat line of like 55%, you gotta look at who they're going up against. Because you gotta realize like if you're going 55% against like Withers, that's a huge win for anybody. If you're going 55% against Nardella or TD, it's a big win for anybody, right? But those three guys just dominate this league. And Hammer's coming up too. But he hasn't even played a single season. People don't realize. People give Hammer Jackson a ton of flack. He hasn't even played a single full season in this league yet.
You keep saying that.
Yes.
And the best ability is what again?
Availability.
Correct. Very good. Hey, that gives you a. Yeah, I love her too. All right, are you ready for your trust notices?
Yes, I do. Oh, do you want my predictions for the rest of the games though, for the face-offs?
Well,
I can do it really quick.
Yeah, we can do that now. Let me pull up the games again. Just for the people. Okay, so Saskatchewan, Halifax, Withers, and Naso. Wow.
Yes. I'm still gonna take Withers here. It's gonna be a really dominant game for Withers.
Dominant
game.
Give
me like 68% Withers. I'll go a little lower. I think Naso has 68, 70% there.
Okay.
Just depends how Naso's feeling. Actually, since Naso came off the injury, let me just call it cool 72 for Withers. Cool 72 for Withers. And he might get a goal. Give me a point. Just give me a point for Withers there. All right.
Okay, hold on. All right, so you got 72 for Withers against Nason with a point. Wings against the Black Bears. That's Thornbear versus Jeremy. No, that's not Thompson. That's Thornbear against whoever Philadelphia's rolling out right now.
Yeah, Nick Rowlett or Bo Columbus. I believe
Nick Rowlett's been good. Nick Rowlett was good last game.
So give me Nick Rowlett. Give me 60% Nick Rowlett.
Against who's he playing again? Oh, Thornbear. Yeah. So you against JT. Okay, that's I like that. 60%. Hammer Jackson against
Vegas
the Locker
Toronto. Give me 90%. That's a 90% game for him.
All right.
90%.
I hope TD Erling comes back.
I do too, but
yeah,
it's probably not for a minute.
All right, Georgia, we got is it Phoenix again against Garrison for the Mammoth? I don't know. Who wins the matchup?
I thought Edward, you know what? Just give me Colorado. Colorado's face-off guy. Whoever they roll out, he'll have like.
You think Phoenix doesn't get him, or is it like you don't care? It's kind of who are these guys?
It's like I don't know. Like Phoenix, I know he's just like a wing guy. I think Mammoth will probably be like 55, 51%.
Okay, we'll say
55% Mammoth.
We'll say Colorado 55. Okay, I like that. This will be a graphic finally today, and then Buffalo, Connor Farrell, your favorite guy, against Ignacio. Now remember, last time you did tell us Withers would do well against Farrell. He did. Can Ignacio? I feel like Ignacio might do
now this is a really tough call because Ignacio, he's sometimes in the bright lights. Ignacio sometimes has a hard game.
How dare you?
I would have to recall a game from a year or two ago from when he played Withers at home in Calgary, and he forgot how to face off.
Oh gosh.
Like it's hard. Like when you're getting dominated like that, it's hard. You know what? But he's been a lot of good work off season. I'm very confident in him. So I will give the win to Ignacio here. It's gonna be an absolute grudge match, but give me like a 55-60% win on Ignacio.
55%. Which one?
Has Ignacio's been healthy all year. Farrell's been healthy all year. Let me see.
I'll tell you the numbers real quick. Calgary right now, Ignacio's at 79%, at 46 of 58. And then Connor Farrell in his 2 games is 65%. And he played against whoever the Georgia player was, and then Halifax.
Oh, then freaking give me Ignacio. I mean, if he's not
50?
stacking for yeah, give me 55% Ignacio. If he's not stacking, if Farrell's not stacking a huge win percentage against Georgia, then it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
All right, so we're now only 55 for Ignacio. That's interesting. Okay, cool.
Well,
All right,
I gotta say, like Farrell and Ignacio, they play a very similar game. There's
all
one
right, so
bigger,
again, Withers
one
72% against Naso and a point. Rowlett 60% against Thornbear. Hammer Jackson 90% against whoever the Rock rollout. Colorado 55% in a weird game, and then Ignacio 55 versus Farrell. Okay. All right, now it's time for your trust to see as we already played the music. Go ahead. Uno headline.
Uno. Halifax wins the semis rematch, man. Give me Halifax.
It's wow. Okay, I don't mind that. Early pick 'em here from Tim Dillon.
Yes, Halifax still number one. Saskatchewan is coming off that great defensive fight with the Rock. And this one stays tight, but goes to Halifax.
So, okay, and Dos Noticia.
Yes. Vegas' new roster with Jack Hanna steals a win in Toronto.
Woo! You think they start stacking the wins back to back?
Yes, they're on the rise. They're a young team, but they're on the rise.
Give me a headline, not a prediction. We're going to have to start calling this predictions, damn it.
And headline Taco comes out tomorrow. Merry
Woo!
Christmas, everybody.
All right.
Tomorrow.
I hope so. At this point,
Yeah.
I really do.
All
next
right.
week, you better have that thing.
I will hopefully have that thing. I'll be in Vegas. I'll be in Vegas coaching and stuff next week.
Coaching?
Yes, I do get back on a Wednesday. I'm pretty sure
We'll
the
try
30th.
Thursday if we need to. Who cares?
Yes, we'll see. I might be able to get done.
Do the kids actually listen to you?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm great with all the kids. You know, they
With
love
all the niños.
the little niños. Yes, they love working with the coach
jeez.
and Dylan. You know, but
All right.
Mike, great show. Glad the Wi-Fi held up. It's been absolutely raining cats and dogs outside. All right.
Got those and whatever, how you say dogs in Spanish.
Yes. Merry Christmas, everybody. Be safe. Drive safe.
Feliz,
right?
you gotta say Feliz Navidad.
Yes, Feliz Navidad.
There you go.
Be safe out there, everybody. All right. God bless. Merry Christmas. And have a good one, everybody.
Thank you, Tim Dillon. Gracias.
Absolutely.
He's a good guy. Tim Dillon, everybody. When we come back, we're going to be talking to Gamble Guy as he will react to the goalie fight as well. We'll also play a little bit of NLL memes for Gamble Guy and stocking stuffers. Oh boy, your favorite team is either in trouble or not. So we'll be right back to Daily Dive after these messages.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Honey, we are home. Gamble Guy is here. What's up, man?
Michael, the young gringo that caused me to come on 8 minutes late is lucky Santa Gamble Guy is in a Christmas mood this morning. Woo. And this will mean I'm on multiple times this week. So Santa's thinking about maybe creating a union. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Is your microphone connected? It sounds like you're in a room. Just making sure you have the right mic on.
Let me see if I have the right mic, Mike.
It might be.
It might not be. Oh no, it's not. No. Let's see if
I do it all the time.
Sound for you.
There we go. Now you sound like a more condensed. There you go.
Santa don't have.
Santa doesn't have a lot of time to prepare. I mean, I've got the elves ready to dish out some goods. I got a lot of goods today, but I think you wanted me to talk about the goalie fisticuffs, did you not?
Soon, Pat Gregor asks, is the headline that Jack Hanna signs a contract? What does that say?
So
Mr.
this is the shout out to the cashew milk in their coffee boys that were upset about the goalies fighting. I say, if you don't like it, Lifetime Network's running around the clock. You can just go watch, a heartwarming I fell in love story. I mean, this is what separates lacrosse from, the weak sports. The NBA, if you breathe on a guy, you get called for a foul and maybe suspended. This is what brings the people to the yard, and I loved every minute of it. I mean, one guy tried to say online this was staged.
All right, we're not doing that was clickbait. No, Hartley's laying haymakers, by the way.
Yes, the guy with the beer belly did not fare very well here. The young guy.
Hartley said right here, this is my house. You saw that? That was pretty cool.
Dude came to fight, and I'm all for it. It's in a controlled environment, folks. If you're upset about this, again, watch something else. Watch billiards. This isn't in an alley where somebody's going to get killed. They're going to break it up, and I love this stuff, and I love that the NLL embraced it. And but I did hear something, Michael. Since I'm a first-year viewer, is it supposed to be illegal to shed all those pads? I saw a rule. I think it was Teddy maybe that posted the rule.
I don't know.
We'll have to look into it off air. Anyway. yes, on the wrong side.
All right, now we do have to play some memes here. This is kind of like you weren't expecting these, but these are pretty funny.
Santa Gamble guy loves memes. Let's do it.
All right.
America, 11 months ago, I inherited a mess, and I'm fixing it.
That's right. I thought that was funny because the fact that Del Biego goes Vancouver's already pretty much looking good, but he's playing well. I get it. Okay. Did you like that one? It's a Trump meme. Trump actually does a lot of NLL content apparently.
He does. He's a big
memes.
I heard the president's a big NLL fan. Hopefully that doesn't scare off current fans, but go ahead.
Yeah, they might not like the goalie fight or the okay.
Right.
This is the next one.
Sir, are you listening to me, sir? Sir, I'm talking to you. Sir.
That's brutal.
Sir,
that's a good one. I like that one.
Office, right?
Hey, Merry Christmas to Janner, Cody Jansen. Merry Christmas to Kai, the goalie. They're chiming in here on the comments.
Yeah, I thought the Lyle Thompson one's good because obviously he's like a player like no one can talk bad about, but he's been bad. He's not been good, so.
Maybe he's on my Cole list.
Woo-hoo-hoo! I'm glad you said that, Cole list. We're calling this Gamble guy stocking stuffers, and I do want people to realize that I do not know what you're going to do here. I told you that we're either going to do insults, which is like the Cole, or
Merry Christmas, Pat Gregor.
Yes, there's more. Sorry. Unbelievable.
Yes,
but yeah, there's
Michael.
Insults, which is Cole, or compliments, which are nice. So we got
Mike. Here's what I'm going to do, Beb. I'm going to hand out lumps of coal, and then I'm going to stock. I'm going to stuff some stockings. Okay. So we'll start with the negative and with the positive because it's a merry time of year.
Yes.
We're gonna lumps of coal. Okay. League attendance deniers. Stop trying to not deny it. The attendance is down. You can't fix a problem unless you face it. So that's the problem. Let's face it. Gamble Guy's twin brother is a health and wellness counselor, and that's one of his key things. If you can't fix something that you don't acknowledge is there. So I'm handing out lumps of coal to the league attendance deniers. Specifically, the Oshawa fans get a big, giant lump of coal. We were all excited about the new barn, the new team, and then game 2, they had about 1,100 less fans. Come on, people. We got to turn out. The tickets aren't that expensive. I've seen them on natalkradio.com. They're reasonable priced. It's great entertainment. Let's go do it. Another lump of coal to the ESPN broadcast of the National Lacrosse League. I heard from Captain it doesn't happen on TSN. It feels like every game I've watched so far, the first period had audio issues. Now they figure it out, but I had 2 games on at once last weekend with you guys during our watch party, and both of them were having audio issues. So, people, I'm a novice sound tech. It's because you're sending the feed from TSN to ESPN. There's something lost in translation there. Let's fix it. You're a $1 billion corporation, okay? My biggest lump of coal maybe is to the San Diego Seals coach. If you're going to vouch for a guy in court, can we vouch for a guy that hasn't beat women, stomped on unconscious heads, and repeatedly shown that he's a violent human being? Come on. And you're going to vouch for him? It's embarrassing. And you got to do better. Again, you can't fix problems unless you face problems. And vouching for him pretty much brushes over all his bullshit. And we got to stop doing it. The kid needs help. And if you keep vouching for him, it's not going to get better. And I agree with @CLO. It's only going to get worse from there because people keep vouching for him. It's bullshit. And the last lump of coal is to Mike's haters. Mike, you're going to get your stocking stuffed. We'll talk about it here in a minute. But these people, I swear there's people online that no matter what you said, they're going to hate you. You're kind of like the Trump of the lacrosse world.
We're Skip Bayless, but we're going to Trump too.
There you go. Now, on a brighter side, okay, because it is Christmas or whatever you celebrate. It is the holidays. It's a beautiful time of year. I wish people gave and cared all year round, but they don't, unfortunately. People with big peckers do. We're nice year round.
Let's do a little bit of eggnog there, sir.
But I'm gonna stuff some stockings. These are people that I think deserve a full stocking. Warren Hill of Halifax, 90.5% save percentage. I don't know if you have an applause soundbite, but that is very impressive.
It's very demure. It's very good.
Yeah. We want to. Can you put that last comment up?
Yeah. Kai the goalie, yes, sir.
Yeah. Please. Donate. That's a great cause. We need to take care of that. All right. So Warren Hill gets his stocking stuffed. Connor Fields, he leads the league with 8.5 points per game. By the way, Warren Hill's helped Halifax start out 2-0. Connor Fields has helped Rochester start out 2-0. By the way, Rochester's the only team with 2 guys averaging 8 points or more per game. They've only played 2 games, so Connor Fields doesn't lead the league in points, but he leads the league in average points per game. So, Connor, you get a full stocking. Michael, I'm going to give you a full stocking. You take shots, and you must have thicker skin than me because Gamble Guy has been spouting off a lot online. It's just the way I am. But you take a lot of ad hominem attacks, and you just kind of brush them off and keep going. Kudos to you. And then my last stocking getting stuffed. And I don't mean to leave people out. I know you have a lot of dedicated viewers. We have really good play-by-play guys that help contribute to the show. They're all going to get their stocking stuff. But the ones I'm going to point out, Captain and his ladder, absolutely awesome. Captain's so good with his ladder that lines, the books aren't even putting lines up until he pretty much begs them to put the lines up. So there you go. Santa's giving out some presents this year.
50-902 is pretty good for early season ladder.
Yes.
That's crazy. I just want to give a little stocking over here to Pat Gregoire. I think CLL on yesterday's show when Pat came on was like part-time broadcaster, full-time streamer.
There you go.
This guy's been going on all kind of shows, including my own. So good stuff for him.
Well, they wanted to clarify in the comments. They were talking about Oshawa, not Austin Stats, when they said gets worse from here. So, and maybe it will. We'll see. I should have gave out a lump of coal. Well, I did to league attendance deniers, but I'm going to back up the deniers just a little bit against you, Michael. when there's a blizzard,
Sure.
don't expect a big crowd. I know you're in Georgia and you don't know what a blizzard is.
No, I know. It's a Dairy Queen drink, right?
But yeah, it's a Dairy Queen drink. If you drink it, they made it wrong. They're supposed to be able to turn it upside down.
Yeah, I was going to say the turning thing.
It's a nightmare to drive in a blizzard. So the fact that they had 10 fans was surprising.
Sure, but I mean, to that I say, you know, Edmonton never had a blizzard apparently in their life.
Maybe not during games.
Saskatchewan never did either, apparently. Like, what are we doing?
Kai the goalie says 2 inches is a blizzard. That's
Yes.
what she said.
Woo-hoo! Kai is also about 15 years old.
Oh, God, is he really?
Big pecker.
Kai, this is PG-13. Sorry.
It's not. I mean, he's 13 enough. It's good enough.
Like I told my kids, you probably hear more at school than you hear from me.
Which is insane, but yeah. Hey, oh, there we go. We got an AO from Kai the goalie. There you go. Gamble guy, thank you for being. What is that on the forehead? Is that like?
It's covering up a company logo. Listen,
no.
Yeah, I like to play it safe. Listen, I also had a lump of coal for the young gringo that was on earlier. Why are you just now decorating on Christmas Eve? He said it's time to decorate for Christmas. You should have decorated Black Fridays when you decorate.
Yeah. No, I did notice. I don't know if he was talking about presents or even though those should be done too. If you do,
no, he said decorations. It's way too late.
True.
Santa's not going to know to come to your house now.
Tell it to Kai the goalie. Kai the goalie's in shambles now. If they decorate late.
Yeah, Black Friday for me. That's when I decorate.
Is that how Santa knows?
And I have two full trees in my house.
Oh, was it like the other one's like a little, smoky or just?
No. Gamble guy's clean. This is coffee in here, babe. Gamble guy's got to keep his wits about him. I got to get on the treadmill after this.
This is amazing. One other thing, do you know what Pat Gregoire does every year that you might want to keep an eye on tonight?
Announces games. No, you tell me.
Santa Insider.
Hey, you tell me, babe.
Santa Insider.
Explain it to me. I don't.
Every year he does hashtag Santa Insider, and he reports on what's happening with the North Pole and where Santa's going or where he's at. Apparently, he already said on OTCB After Dark on Monday night, I believe, where he said that I believe one of the reindeer has a lower body injury. So, but he's a veteran, so hopefully he'll pick it up and he'll be fine. But
yeah,
on that tonight.
Shoot him up with some Novocaine. He'll be okay. give him check his oil and it'll be all right.
Keep it. Yeah, healthy advice from the Gamble guy. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
And thank you for the stocking stuffers. That was well done. That was good.
Michael?
We need more rivalries, goalie rivalries.
We need more of this. I actually think I have a theory that if they made this mandatory at any point during the game, the goalies have to fight at least one time. If you don't, you get a goal deducted. I think this sport would take off. No, I think the sport's in a good place. I think they need better marketers.
Yeah, it's rough. Thank you, sir. Have fun. Stay
Merry
safe.
Christmas.
Woo! Gamble guy, everybody. All right, so I think a fun show today. Thank you, folks, again for tuning in. Tomorrow we will have a show once again, so let's get that out of the way right now. I know a few people have asked. We're here. We're ready for a show. I'll probably do the candy. I love peppermint and candy cane. I'll admit it. Give me a York patty. Give me candy cane. Give me whatever the grandma candy is right here. I'll take it all. That's like my extent of my I don't. It's what it is. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show on the planet. I am your host, Michael Karvelis, and this is Daily Dive. It is Thursday, December 25th, 2025, and this show begins now. On today's episode, listen, I had to put a background on this because we couldn't really read it yesterday. So, on today's show, I'm first going to create the narrative. What are the talking points this weekend. I think we did a pretty good job last week on this. Let's continue it here with 5-game slates. Then we'll talk to Kai the goalie to talk all things Georgia Swarm, Lacrosse Out Cancer, his podcast, and much, much more. And finally, I'm giving gifts for all NLL teams. We're going to have some fun with this. I think there's some pretty good things that I've come up with here. And it's like realistic things that I can give the teams, not just like, hypothetical like armchair psychologists. So we're talking actual items I can give the teams. I think we're going to have fun with that. So now let's create the narrative for week number 5. All right. We're going to go game by game here. 5 games to get to. Saskatchewan at Halifax. It is simply this. Contender. Unfortunately, one of these teams has to lose, so they might feel more like the Foo Fighters song, The Pretender. Now, I think that Foo Fighters song does not have to do with sports, but if it did, it would feel like the winner of this game would feel like they are one of the teams to beat. We know Vancouver, hypothetically, is up there. Buffalo's the defending 3-time champs. Who's right there with them, though? I'll put it this way. Let's say Buffalo's the team to beat. We know the Rush were in the finals last year, but if Rush can't get past Halifax, how would that look? If Halifax can't get over Saskatchewan, who beat them last year, the semifinals, how would that look? Who is the pretender, at least for now? It doesn't mean everything, but it feels like an early season must win. Philadelphia at Ottawa. Which team is more consistent? We know the Philadelphia Wings have beaten the Colorado Mammoth. They've then got thrown around by Rochester, and even Nick Damude lost a fight to Ryland Hartley. We've all seen it. But Ottawa goes on these little things called 6-goal runs for the other team. San Diego did it. Saskatchewan did it. So did Las Vegas. So someone's got to give here. My statement is, whoever wins this game will feel just a little bit more consistent than the other guy. And sometimes consistency is the best thing. Kai the goalie saying Merry Christmas. Captain says he doesn't like Frank Scigliano's movements. If Halifax pours it on, Sask is in trouble. Sask and Vancouver looking like pretenders. Well, we'll have to see, Captain. Next up, Las Vegas at Toronto. Hey, Vegas, how good are you? Was the Landon Kells game just another random occurrence? Was 9-1 who you are? Or was blowing a 9-1 lead who you are? And does Jack Hanna play also another pretty big storyline here? But yeah, that's my Las Vegas at Toronto narrative there. How about the Georgia Swarm at the Colorado Mammoth? This was at 9 o'clock Eastern on Saturday. Which of these teams is... legit is a vague term. Which of these teams feels like a playoff team? Georgia played well at Buffalo, but got smoked in the second half. Then they scored 4 goals at Saskatchewan. Colorado beat Vancouver, but then lost to the Wings? Which team gets the win? Colorado could be 2-1. Georgia could go back to 500 with a win. So which of you guys might be a playoff team? This could be an early season tiebreaker we're looking at later on. And finally, Buffalo at Calgary. You know what? Can the Bandits get a flex their muscles type of win? Because Calgary has been frisky. Sunday evening game at 8 o'clock, which means it's 11 o'clock in Buffalo. It's a road game, early season, like I said, frisky team. Lots of built-in excuses. But Buffalo, you are the defending 3-time champions. We all know this. You are the favorites by a lot. Are you going to flex your muscles? Or are you going to let Calgary hang around and we'll start wondering if the chink in the armor is glaring. We'll have to see. That's the narrative for this week. What are the storylines you are watching for this week? Captain says, sneaky spot for Georgia this week. I think Captain thinks Georgia could get a win in Colorado. Historically speaking, at least in recent years, that might actually be a thing. They split last season, and the road team won both games 13-11. Very, very weird. But there you go. That's my narrative for this week. Again, what are your storylines you're watching? Drop in the comments or add us on social media, Daily Dive LAX. We come back to this awesome show. We're going to bring in the kid, the GOAT. I think it's the GOAT. Kai the goalie, as he'll talk all things Swarm, lacrosse out cancer, and much, much more. You're watching Daily Dive. Don't go anywhere. We both know you won't.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
I don't know why, but cousin Kai the goalie just came to my brain. How are you doing, Kai?
What's up, Michael? I'm doing so great this day. It's Christmas. I'm excited. I got my notes right here. Let's talk some Georgia Swarm.
Woo! Fire me up, man. Have you gotten to open your presents today or not yet?
So I actually opened them a few days earlier. I think Christmas Eve's Eve. So yeah, I got some. I'm wearing my new shoes right here. I got my canes on. The little Crocs.
Crocs, you're one of the Croc kids. Blah. Listen, some trends that I know I'm only 29, but as you'll get older, you're kind of like, man, these kids are weird. I'm only 29 here. What is going? Why am I not into Crocs? I don't know. It's weird. Good for you though. To the canes. I feel like I've heard of those, but I can't pull oh well, don't show them. We're good. No free feed pictures from Kai the goalie here. Okay, so we gotta first get to this. Because you are, I don't see the Goosehead hat, but we trust you. The Goosehead, I believe, still sponsors you on Shutout Sessions, your podcast, which can be found on YouTube. Just search Shutout Sessions with Kai the goalie. It'll pop up. What is the latest on that, and what can you give fans a little bit of teaser for coming up?
Yeah, Shutout Sessions with Kai the goalie is my podcast. You can see the background right here. There's a little season 2 background right here.
It's building.
Yeah. I'm really excited. Got some new guests coming on. We got the Goosehead hat right there.
There it is.
It's on the Christmas tree. It's the Christmas tree topper right there because they help us out during the Shutout Sessions. Really big thanks to them. Shout out to them. You can visit them on gooseheadcompany.com. Go look at them up. gooseheadcompany.com again. So they help me out on Shutout Sessions, and it's really good time. When they when Rip It or Skip It comes on, that's the little section that they, sponsor on my podcast. So that's amazing. I'm really excited.
You almost sold me on that. That was pretty good, I have to admit. Can you tell us any guests that are coming on soon, or we kind of leave that low for now?
I'm gonna leave that low right now. I don't want to.
I love it.
I don't want to give too much out.
Keep the kids guessing. I love it. All right, so I know you're playing lacrosse now at this point. We're going to get to the other, the penalty thing, but how has your season gone so far, sir?
Yeah, so my West Rec season, we went 8-1. That was a really, really good season. Yeah, that was last season. And then this season, my Georgia Swarm, my junior Swarm season, We're 2-0 so far, so that's really, really good. We've been doing some really good games. Our defense was locked down, made some good saves. I only allowed, I think that was one goal. The past game, one goal. So I think that's what it means. I'm better than Warren Hill. That's what I'm getting from this. And then we got our my Deep South Thrashers season. That was the season before the last season. 13-1-1, one tie, one loss. We won every single one of our tournaments that we played in that season. So that was really good. Really excited for our West season coming up, and really excited for the rest of the season going to Georgia Swarm.
West, which one is the one with like the all-star cast you brought in?
That was I think that was Georgia Swarm, right? The Georgia Swarm.
Is that the one with like all your friends coming, like you guys are like ready to like win the whole thing?
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm
Whatever.
Really yeah.
I actually I've looked on the TikTok of Kai the goalie, like in the comments. I've seen like a few kids like talking about. I'm like, wow, these guys, a little junior NLL community. We have like a junior. You should host a junior NLL daily dive at this point.
Yeah,
some kids in there, man. Now I have heard, and I'm sure Brett Dobson did too. You had a penalty. Please tell me it was not cross-checking somebody the way Brett Dobson did. Tell me about that. What'd you do, pal? What happened?
It wasn't really a cross-check. I mean, the guy was behind the cage. I wanted the ball. I kind of wanted the ball a lot. So I kind of went back and hacked him. Maybe got a little bit of the face mask. Maybe got a little bit of the shoulder. Maybe got a little bit of the arm. The whole. So yeah, that's a lot of the body there. So I think I got a 2-minute, but I didn't serve it. So yeah, goalies don't serve penalties. Yeah.
Whatever, dude. They should. I don't know what moron in history decided to get rid of that. We need to bring that back. You guys just do whatever you want back there. Unbelievable.
That's the good part. That's the good part about being a goalie.
Only a minor though. That sounds pretty. Seems like the referees may have liked you on that one. I don't know if you gave them a little bit of something before, a little free tickets, but okay, not bad, not bad. What did Brett Dobson have to say about that?
Well, Brett Dobson texted my dad and was like, "No more penalties, Kai." And I don't know who snitched. I mean, Liam McGrath, Michael Grace, and Coach Drew Petkoff was there. I don't know who snitched, but I don't really know. But I'm gonna have to find out next game.
Yeah, well, let's. I hate doing this. I don't want to turn you against these guys, but who do you think was the most likely to snitch?
I mean, Liam McGrath looked a little.
Really?
Yeah, he looked a little suspicious walking out of the facility.
Oh
he was
my!
Like, looking around, he was like,
Is it McGraw or McGrath?
It's McGrath.
Why do people say McGraw? It's weird.
Yeah, it's I think it's just a Southern thing, Just
very good.
A different
yeah, we ain't no special. We ain't from new. We ain't from out of town. What are we doing? Good for him. Well, good for him on the name pronunciation. Not good. If he's a snitch, we have to work on that. But I don't mind it. It's kind of like did you ever see the commercial? You may not have. I know your dad probably did, where it was like the guy says, "Hey, coach, I touched the ball before it went out of bounds." Like, hey, you can't do that. It was pretty funny. I'm like sports.
You
whatever.
Can't snitch on your own team like that.
Yeah, don't do that. Just let the ref do the thing. All right, now let's get. You have. For people that don't know, and I'm sure they do, if they're watching this video, they know who Kai the goalie and his social media team is. You were on TikTok mainly and YouTube. They're everywhere, but TikTok's like the uncut version of these things. You open an advent calendar, or it's over now, right?
Yeah, it's
thank
over.
God, because it was terrible.
Yes, I hated the advent calendar.
Gosh.
It was like $30.
It's a lot.
I got maybe like $5 in return of it. Because half the things were either empty, or I got a double of it, or it was so low quality that you would never actually use it in a survival situation. Yeah. If you're deserted on an island, like you're just gonna have to die. I mean, like there's no way anything's saving you in that advent calendar. You need batteries for the flashlight.
Unbelievable. They give you like a little temporarily you shake it charges. What are we doing? Unbelievable. No, when I saw like they all fell to one day, okay, maybe it was a bad box, but it was like, really? Like yarn? What is he gonna do? I don't want to say this, but like, what is he gonna do? Tie himself to a tree? Come get me, birds. I don't get it, man.
I got some stuff right here. Let's see.
Let's.
I got the yarn. And important.
That way you can like yourself a sweater. You know?
Yeah, I can knit myself a sweater if I'm cold. It's not like
All
they give
right,
me
you
a
got 3 of
blanket or
those,
anything.
right?
Yeah, I got 3 of these bracelets with a little compass right there, and
Well, now you can find your way 3 times.
yeah, and I got a whistle. I don't think you really want me to blow the whistle right
No,
now. And and here's the infamous flashlight with no batteries in it. I had to bring it's like a bring your own battery situation.
yeah,
Right
BYOB.
here, I got this right here. I got 3 times. It's a little tree cutter.
Yeah, everyone. It looks like it'll cut like a little branch in your yard.
Yeah,
I think it's not cutting a tree. It's just I have an idea for content. Go on to an actual tree in your backyard. I guarantee that thing snaps in half or just breaks.
Yeah, we gotta make a special where I try to do I try to actually make a
Use
fire
everything?
with everything. Yeah.
Yeah, the flashlight will be easy. Hey, it's got no batteries. Next, whatever. It was fun content. Was that your idea or was it someone in your family?
Well, I wanted the advent calendar. It wasn't even my idea to really do the videos because I kind of just wanted an advent calendar.
Smart.
But then I was like, I mean, this is 24 pieces of content each day. So I was
Very
like,
good.
yeah, 24 pieces of content. Let's make some content. And
Yeah,
then
24 average pieces of content.
yeah.
Unbelievable.
We got maybe 10 pieces of content that actually got something in the advent calendar.
Oh well, I would shut the company. Let's not do that. Okay, let's get to the Georgia Swarm right now. We talked about Brett Dobson earlier. He's been good this year, man. Through 3 games, I have said if the Swarm make the playoffs at 9-9, they got to rely on him. Him and the defense have looked good, right?
Yeah, I mean, last season, we got to be honest, we had a bunch of 40-year-olds in front of Brett Dobson, and there's not a lot you can do when you're looking at the guy in front of you and he looks like he needs a cane.
Oof.
But we got some younger guys on defense now, and that's really I think benefiting Brett Dobson because as a goalie you want to see the shots you want to see. 12-yard shots out and like hitting the back glass is the shots you want to see, right? Because you got these guys that look intimidating in front of the attackmen and people that really look like defenders out there instead of just throwing some guys on the line and hoping for the best. That's kind of what happened last season with these people, and you want to see the shots you want to see as a goalie, and that's really going to help you out when your defenders are helping you out too.
Dobson, like I say, he's been very good. The young athletic defense helps a lot. Like you said, so from a goalie's point of view, I guess it would be kind of like you got be like I don't know if you saw the Jeff Teague game where he went off in the 4th quarter. I'm looking at the Rush defense, like what the heck are y'all doing, man? Give Siciliano a chance here.
Yeah, I mean it's like you want to see the shots you want to see as a goalie. I mean, in field and in sixes and box, literally in any version of the sport, you want to see the shots you want to see. No, like you're not supposed to stop the ball when they're shooting 100 fakes at you and then faking right and then going left. I mean, you're not supposed to stop those.
It's like a hero, like you're a hero when you actually make a save in that moment. It's like, oh, top play. Well, no, this is not a top play. My defense screwed me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's kind of you're celebrating after you make that save, but you're also kind of you got a little mad there because your defense, left you to dry, and
they're bingo.
Over there, yeah, they're just like doing nothing, sitting there like, I mean, I'm like 43 years old. I guess I'll just stand out here and put my stick up and hope for the best.
I might have to clip that and say, Kai, the goalie's actually 43 years old. I'm kidding. Next up, now before we get to Lyle Thompson's play on the field, what did you think when he cut his hair? I mean, it's different.
It's different. It looks different. I got a shirt that he still has like he has the whole haircut on the back, and
right.
It's different now. He looks different on the field. Maybe he'll get a new haircut style and maybe go off in the second half of the season. Maybe.
Ooh. Like the flow bucket. What about the braid bucket? That would work too.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It's bad. What about his play on the field? He's been a little bit snake bit so far, and I told people he had 7 shots. He has 14 shots last game. I believe the Rush had a good defense. Lyle's still he's not the best player in the world, at least since I've started doing the show. But what have you seen from Lyle? I know when you're a Swarm fan, even if you're a casual Swarm fan, you're looking for number 4. What have you seen from Lyle?
I mean, I was talking about this. He leads the team in loose balls. I mean, loose balls is a really big part of box.
Energy. Yeah.
I mean, we're not winning faceoffs. We can be honest with that. We're not winning faceoffs. Loose balls are the way we're gonna win and get possession of the ball. If we don't initially win the faceoff, maybe we can get a clean check and get the ball out and have a fast break. But Lyle Thompson, loose balls leading the team, so that's good. But also Lyle Thompson on attack has not been looking like Lyle Thompson on attack, 4 years ago. Lyle Thompson on attack 5 years ago. Lyle Thompson on attack 6 years ago. Lyle Thompson, yeah.
Now the meme is dead. Now it's dead. Okay, whatever.
I mean, so Lyle Thompson, he's getting up there in age, and that's just what age does to a player. You can't play full speed unless you're, younger. Like if you're pushing older age, that's what happens. You get cramps. You get starting to need
everything hurts.
Yeah, everything hurts. You get starting to need help from younger guys. And I hate that. I hate the play where they run the clock out and like it's about to hit another quarter and like they run the clock out and they pass it to Lyle Thompson and then he looks like he's trying to break the back glass of the cage. That's not the move. Please run a different play there. Literally anything.
Save us, Lyle. Like, what do you mean save us? This is already too late.
I mean, it's just what age does to players. Especially when you're playing young teams. Young teams get young checks, young players. Get young fast breaks.
The NLL's getting younger. Every sports league gets younger. You got to keep. I wonder. I know it's saying like Lyle's blood. Like obviously, if he can chase a loose ball, then chase a loose ball. But like, would like letting someone else do that dirty work? I wonder if it like helps him get more energy. Not saying he's got a lack of energy, but 7 shots off the goal might be a little bit of lack of energy.
I mean, I don't. Before I say this, what I'm going to say. I mean, I'm a diehard Georgia Swarm fan, and I'm a diehard Archers fan. And I went on the Lacrosse Network last year and ripped apart the Archers for literally just not playing good lacrosse. And when you're in lacrosse media, you got to say how it is. Lyle Thompson isn't playing like a Thompson. Like, he's not playing like Lyle Thompson. He's not playing like Lyle Thompson 6 or 7 years ago. He's not playing like Lyle Thompson that plays like Lyle Thompson. When you watch Lyle Thompson, you think he's going to play as he has been playing for the past
Superman
couple of years. Like, he is Superman. He was Superman. He's not playing like Superman, though. The ball dies in Lyle Thompson's stick. That's what me and my dad were talking about when we were watching the game. Every shot that he took, I mean, like, it was just like he's trying to break the back glass. Like, he's not even getting close. Yeah, there's no force. There's no, it dies in his stick. Yeah. Me and Lyle Thompson this season, me and Lyle Thompson are tied for the amount of goals we have. I'm a goalie, by the way.
Yeah. I like using that term too. It's like, hey, if I'm sitting on the couch or playing goalie with those Deep South Thrashers, whatever they're called, it's like I got as much goals as Lyle. Something ain't right through 3 games. Something ain't right. Interesting.
I mean, I'm not saying that they're keeping him on the field because his last name's Thompson, but I mean that's kind of what it's looking like. I mean, Georgia Swarm, I know they have something there that's Lyle Thompson has been with the team for so long, and you've got to respect him. Even in the days that he's not playing like he used to play. But I know at one point you gotta move on and maybe get another guy out there.
Apparently, he scored a goal against Oshawa. I don't. If no one remembers the goal, he didn't score a goal. How about that?
No, I have one goal. I had one goal this season. One goal.
One more than us combined. It's not good.
I mean,
So it's 2023. He scored 106 points. He's never been like a really big point getter, even though 100 points is 100 points. But it feels like 87, 93 might not even get 90. It's like. If he's gonna be like NBA uses a term called usage percentage, if he's gonna have the ball, you gotta produce. And if you aren't, maybe they trade for a guy to play along with him. But right now, if you're not that guy, pal, you gotta admit that. I don't know.
He looks kind of disinterested when he's on the field. They traded his brothers away.
That is true.
That's got to be insanely hard.
I wonder about that. I'm not criticizing him, but it's in our minds. It's turning. Like the wheels are turning here.
I don't know if there's something, going off field that's like maybe he's not happy with the position he's in with his brothers away
Swarm.
on different teams, like on the Swarm. Maybe he feels like he's not getting enough help. I don't know. He just looks disinterested. And if you're looking disinterested on the field, I don't think you want that player on the field, even if his name is Lyle Thompson.
Right. Who has been now? I asked this question. I let you prepare for it. You can't say Brett Dobson. Who has been the best Georgia? Who's been the Georgia Swarm MVP through 3 games? Not named Brett Dobson.
Shane Jackson leads the team.
I like that.
Amazing plays by Shane Jackson. Also got Nolan Byrne, doing amazing.
Rookie.
Rookie. Second in goal scoring by the Georgia Swarm. That's amazing. I mean, even as a rookie, he's got a very good future in front of him, and I'm excited to see what he can do throughout this season and many seasons to come.
By the way, good pick there. Guess who's second, right behind Lyle Thompson to loose balls? The rookie.
Nolan Byrne.
Rookie, yeah. Not bad. Not bad at all for a guy who's playing with like Shane Jackson and Lyle Thompson are pretty big names. Unfortunately, it's 2025 right now, so it is what it is. But yeah, no, Shane was the one who got the scoring going in Buffalo, actually, and we'll see if that can continue. Maybe if those guys step up, maybe Lyle can find a way to find his footing as well. Now, the Swarm are playing at the Mammoth this weekend, sir. In your mind, because it feels like, I mean, I'm not going to say Colorado's just going to automatically win the game. I feel like the goalie who makes the last save might win this game. Do you see it being a close game? What do you think? Can the Swarm win this game, and who do you think is going to win it?
I mean, I see the Swarm winning it. I think it's going to come down to the very end because both these teams are right next to each other, like in the NLL,
right?
In team wise, player by player. If you really dissect these teams, these are really similar teams, like by goalie standpoint, by player standpoint, face-off standpoint, like they're really next to each other in those like categories, and I think this is going to come down to the end. But I think the Swarm are going to pull it through at the end.
Well, you're biased, but
yeah, I'm a little biased. Yeah,
I will say, Andrew Q. I don't know if he plays this weekend. It feels like he might. Maybe I don't know. He's been banged up every time the Swarming was banged up, for crying out loud. But I do wonder. They say the offense looks better for Colorado with him in the lineup. We'll see. They do have Will Malcolm, but hey, we got Lyle Thompson. Like we can do this all day, like you said with the roster. In Colorado's tough, but like I said, I don't mind like the last goal wins it. We'll root for the Swarm though, for sure.
Yeah.
Before we get to our final plug here, you're going to a game January 10th. Do you know off the top who they're playing? I'm going to check it real quick. Oh, the Mammoth. There you go. The Mammoth. That'll be fun. So maybe if they do lose this game, they bounce back or they win both.
Yeah, how about we just we just won't talk about them losing. We'll just we gotta be optimistic out here.
Captain always says, "Darn my negativity." It's fine. It's fine.
The Swarm are going to win.
Right. So it is the season of giving, which means we got to talk about Lacrosse Out Cancer, man. The way we first got acquainted with each other was via Lacrosse Out Cancer. Just tell us more about that, and just tell the people in general about Lacrosse Out Cancer.
Yeah, Lacrosse Out Cancer is an organization that helps raise money for people that have kids that have cancer, pediatric cancer research. They're raising money towards that, maybe to have one day to have a cure for this horrible disease that is being horrible to all these kids across the country and across the world. That's just breaking down families, and it's really when you really think about it, it's like this engulfs people's lives. Like you're sitting in a hospital bed your entire life, and you don't get to experience out past what food they have in the hospital. You don't get to experience, what other sports there are, what other things there are to experience in life. And we're so grateful to be out here experiencing life, and these people are in these hospitals not being able to do that. I think we're coming together with Lacrosse Out Cancer every year to downgrade the number from last year. It was 47 kids every day diagnosed with pediatric cancer, and this year it's 41. And
Oh,
that's literally just shows you like how much this money is going towards a real cause, and it's going towards pediatric cancer research, like these treatments for these kids that are maybe, just maybe, can help these kids have a life they deserve.
I know you see Tucker Out Lymphoma Cup coming back, that was just stinking awesome. I know the NLL does a lot with lacrosse out cancer as well. How cool is it for you knowing Tucker's story? It's got to like hit close to home, right?
Yeah, it's just like, the way I see it is, no human should ever have to go through this. Never, ever. Like, it's just insane that like people go through this. They're sitting in a hospital bed. They don't get experience life as we do. Like, we're out here and they don't get experience things. So, seeing these kids like powering through this is just inspiring for everybody.
Who wins the Tucker Cup? We got Oshawa, Vegas, and Buffalo.
I think Buffalo pulls it.
All right, darn it, that's enough of you. Thank you, Kai, for the work you do both on and off the field. Stay out the box. Well, wow. Stay out the hypothetical goalie penalty box, I'll say. But I'm trying to make the coaches proud. If it is McGrath, tell him I send my worst. I'm kidding. But thank you so much, Kai, for all you do. Travel safe to the games and enjoy watching the game this weekend, bro.
Thank you so much for having me on. Thank you very much.
Kai the Goalie, everybody, the host of Shutout Sessions. Again, you can search that up on YouTube. Search Kai the Goalie, one word. Search Shutout Sessions with Kai the Goalie. Also donate to Lacrosse Out Cancer. The link's not in the description right now, but it's been on their YouTube channel before. I will put it in there after the show, so you can, if you want to donate, you can there. But thank you to Kai the Goalie. Follow him on social media at KY the Goalie. All right, we come back. It is that time of year. And while I don't celebrate the holiday, I'm a big peppermint guy. While I don't celebrate holidays, I will say I will still give gifts to all NLL teams when I come back in the best way that I know how. You don't want to miss the final segment of Daily Dive on this Thursday, December 25th. Don't go anywhere, folks. I know you won't.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Happy holidays from Jeff Beck Health and Wellness. And you're seeing this on North American Talk Radio because the network is near and dear to my heart, kind of a passion project. I'm hoping you're having a great holiday season. Hopefully it's not too cold where you're at. The snow has melted here in Ohio. You can see in the background. But I wanted to extend a warm welcome and let you know that, if you're dealing with weight management, behavioral change, stress, depression, relationship issues, I am a certified health and wellness counselor trained via Cornell and Yale, and I am a nutritional coach trained via the NASM. And I would love to extend an opportunity for you to reach out. JeffBeckWellness.com is my website, or JeffBeck101021@gmail.com is my email. We're offering a free initial consultation, no charge to you. Once we go into full counseling, I can help you submit that to your insurance company or your employer. Many employers reimburse for these types of services. So, we all deal with things from time to time. Please reach out, JeffBeckWellness.com, or email me, JeffBeck101021@gmail. And I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're enjoying the current programming you're watching on North American Talk Radio. Keep your head up. Be friendly. Be happy. And again, I hope it's a great winter for you and a great holiday season. Take care.
welcome back to Daily Dive. Of course, the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show on the planet. We are streaming live on North American Talk Radio's YouTube channel. It is December 25th, 2025, on a Thursday. Please be sure to go to natalkradio.com and click the event tickets tab to search for events in your area, including the National Lacrosse League. Make us the middleman, so that we can get a little bit of credit for this stuff. Scrolling across the bottom of your screen now are the standings of the National Lacrosse League. Now, I am going to give gifts for all 14 National Lacrosse League teams. We're going to have some fun with this. 3 teams I'm having troubles thinking of things to give. Maybe people in the comments can think of something for the following teams: the San Diego Seals, the Vancouver Warriors, and the Toronto Rock. If you are the giver, the man with the red hats, what do you give those 3 teams? Again, the Seals, the Rock, and the Warriors, because I've got a pretty good idea for the other 11 teams. And if the fans do not comment, we'll think of something else by the time the segment ends. All right. Alphabetical order here. We're going with the Buffalo Bandits. I am going to give the Buffalo Bandits the gift of Viagra. I'm going to name some names out for you guys, all right? Matt Vince, Kyle Buchanan, Ryan Benesh, and Steve Priolo. Even Dane Smith is not a spring chicken anymore. So I give the Buffalo Bandits a gift to unwrap. It's Viagra. You're welcome. It's like youthful vigor, like energy. I was going to go just for men, but Viagra really does the trick, you know? You're motivated at the right time. It is what it is. So Viagra for the Buffalo Bandits. Next up, the Calgary Roughnecks. The Roughnecks have a big rectangular thing. They're shaking it. They're making a lot of noise. It's a toolbox. Why? So they can keep rebuilding. Now, I'm not sure what tools they need, so I went to Home Depot and got the Calgary Roughnecks a toolbox to keep rebuilding. Now, other people can get them the lumber. I went with the toolbox, probably from Craftsman. I don't know what the best toolbox is. I'm obviously a white-collar man, not a blue-collar man. But, again, I went to Home Depot, got them a toolbox. There you go, Calgary. Now, next up, the Colorado Mammoth. I am going to do a little bit of psychology here. I'm giving them the gift of patience because patience is a virtue. Jack Hanna will get there. I just don't know when. Maybe at the trade deadline. Who knows? I originally thought about giving them money. Like if you go on Instagram, the NLL has 172,000 followers. If everybody gave them $10, they have $1.72 million. Give that to Joe Tsai. Maybe then he gives them Jack Hanna. I don't know. I went with patience. I'm sorry. For the Georgia Swarm, I'm going to give them some honey. You're like, well, duh, they're the bees. I give them honey because maybe that will give Lyle Thompson fuel to get going. I don't know what's wrong with him. 1 goal so far. Shane Jackson's leading the way. Nolan Burns playing well. Michael Grace balling out. But Lyle Thompson, something to get you going. Here's some honey. Take that. Maybe sip it in a spoon if you have to. I'm giving the Swarm some honey. Halifax Thunderbirds. Whatever Warren Hill was eating pregame in the first 2 games. Because as long as he's playing the way he's playing, you guys are fine. No worries. Hakuna Matata. So again, whatever Warren Hill was eating pregame, do that. And just here's a season supply of it, Thunderbirds. Las Vegas Desert Dogs. I'm giving them a key. Like, thanks. A key for consistency. Because I do think Right now, the Dogs got to be feeling pretty good. Landon Kells did what he did, had another one of those really awesome games, but is it sustainable? So they have a key. It's a key to open up a magic box of consistency. It's not a new car, but it would have been nice. Next up, we're going with the Oshawa Firewolves. I'm giving these guys probably a pickup truck because I need the Firewolves to have some grit and some toughness. You ever seen those Ford commercials? Built Ford toughness, smacks the logo at the end, maybe Dodge Ram. They need a pickup truck because, again, they don't know what toughness is. As Pat Gregoire has eloquently said on OTCB podcast and others, Glenn Clark and the crew are not just drawing up a bunch of outside shots. Whatever reason, the Firewolves don't want to get inside. So they need some toughness. Maybe you can think of something else. I just thought of a pickup truck, and I thought that will bring the nails to this team. I don't know what else they need. Just something for grit and toughness, man. Maybe like toothpaste that hurts when you brush your teeth in the morning. My mouth is bleeding. Good. We need that in Oshawa. That was too much. Ottawa Black Bears. You know what? I'm going to give them the gift. Okay, here we go. So Pat Gregoire has chimed in for the Toronto Rock again. The Rock, the Vancouver Warriors, the San Diego Seals. I'm asking for help on gifts to give them. I'm going to get 11 teams. Come on, man. The Ottawa Black Bears, you know what's funny? Tom Brady recently cloned his dog. Allegedly. I think that's bull crap. I think it's odd. I think he's a snake oil salesman. Turns out the guy who cheated in the NFL, not just talking about referees, we're talking about actual cheating stuff. Turns out that guy with that crappy organization cloned his dog. Regardless of that, how can that help the Black Bears? Clones of fans that are already in the building. Because right now, folks ain't showing up. And unlike Saskatchewan, who allegedly had a blizzard, the Black Bears, it's just hard to get there. Baloney! Baloney it is! The Senators packed that barn with 16,000. So it ain't that tough to get to. So I give the Black Bear clones. Just clone yourselves and hope the franchise survives. All right, next up. Philadelphia Wings. I might give them a Bible. And you're like, that's weird. What a weird NLL show. Correct, it is. That being said, I just think the Wings are I feel like everyone knows the best chance of them being relevant next year is just playing well this year. Because unless a miracle happens and they stay in the Philadelphia area, they're moving. Or folding, hopefully moving at this point. But I'm going to give them a Bible because the Bible offers hope, you know? And I feel like on a Christmas Day show, even though I don't celebrate, I think the Bible's good enough, you know? I feel like that makes sense. So a Bible for the Wings. Next up, the Rochester Nighthawks. We're going to give them a bunch of smartphones. I don't care what the carrier is. You're like, well, why do they need smartphones? Brand new iPhones. Because Ryland Hartley gave us a bunch of clicks this past weekend. And I think Rochester, despite how great that was, 4,800 people came to that opening Seneca Nation game. So, with that being said, let's just hope that enough clicks happen. Or I can get a little mouse for their computers. I was being nice and give them smartphones. But again, maybe the viral moments can give you guys more oomph to get fans in the building. I thought about giving them boxing gloves because apparently that works. But 4,800 people, not going to cut it. But hey, smartphones to give them clicks is what it is. We're skipping the Seals for now, and then we're going to the Saskatchewan Rush. Energy drinks. And not just any energy drinks. These are what they're called second half rush battery energy drinks. Because I don't know what happens to this team after halftime, but they have no energy. So, a special new Monster Energy flavor called Second Half, the Saskatchewan Rush at halftime. They can't drink them before the game because apparently it wears off. So at halftime, you go in there, Monster Energy hooks you guys up with the all-new Second Half flavor. Pat Gregoire chimed in, the Toronto Rock, another stud offensive righty, a.k.a. Joe Rez. I respect it. Hey, if the Wings are getting a Bible, they might need that even more if Joe Rez does get traded. My goodness. They need all the hope they can get. But yeah, good for the Rock. And now let's do the Seals and the Warriors. For San Diego, they haven't played in a while, which is why it's so hard to think about, like, what do they need? Oh, I know. You're going to like this. Anti-burn for every place in San Diego. Like, or wherever Chris Riglieri is actually going to fight fires. Because if we can just, like, make sure nothing burns down and no one gets hurt, I feel like, so maybe I'll give the Seals like that Mario star, like where he can run through anything, where he can break anything, where nothing hurts him. We'll give them the Mario star so Chris Riglieri never has to leave the team for firefighting. I like that. The Mario star. And finally, the Vancouver Warriors. We have fun with this. Let's do therapy sessions with Kurt Malosky. Not with, but therapy sessions to avoid Kurt Malosky lighting you guys a new one. I know the last game you guys won, but the offense wasn't great. So we're going to say therapy, like a bunch of therapy sessions. Maybe JeffBeckWellness.com, free little plug there. Let's say therapy sessions at JeffBeckWellness.com. So that way when you guys are still, not doing that great, like, Kurt Malosky hurt my feelings, and Jeff Beck's like, I got you. So there you go. Appointments for therapy at JeffBeckWellness.com for the Vancouver Warriors. I feel like that went very well. I feel like we improvised well. Pat Gregoire gave the Rock Joe Rez. We appreciate him for doing that. Again, the Bandits get Viagra. The Roughnecks got a toolbox for rebuilding. The Mammoths just got patience. The Swarm got honey, specifically for Lyle Thompson. Thunderbirds got a season supply of whatever Warren Hill was eating before the first two games. Las Vegas got a key to some random box of consistency. I don't know where it's at, but they do get the first step, which is the key to open it. The Firewolves got a pickup truck for grit and toughness. The Black Bears got the cloning stuff that Tom Brady got for his dogs so they can clone their fans. The Wings got a Bible. The Nighthawks got a bunch of smartphones for more clicks to fill their barn. The Seals got a Mario star so that way no one in the area that Aurelia area does firefighting at has to worry. The Rush got a new Monster Energy flavor called Second Half. The Rock got Joe Rez. And the Warriors got therapy sessions at JeffBeckWellness.com. That went very well. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show on the planet. I am your host, Michael Karvelis, and this is Daily Dive. It is Friday, December 26, 2025, and this show begins now. On today's awesome show, we're going to first talk to Gamble Guy, who is back, not in the holiday spirit this time, but we'll probably still a little bit of that. But he'll be giving his best bets after another good week. He had 3-1 last week. We'll see where he goes this week with his best bets in the NLL. Then we'll talk to Captain, who has already hit a parlay and a safe ladder. He continues his greedy ladder, starts a new safe ladder, and might have a surprise at the end. We'll talk about that, and of course, all 5 games. And finally, the crew's predictions. It's our pick'em and best bets. Even though Tim Dillon has not shown us, we'll be fine. I'll probably post the actual graphic later. We'll have some fun with that, though, as well. We want to first let you know that this show is presented by the amazing people at North American Talk Radio and their ticketing platform. Head over to natalkradio.com, click the event tickets tab, and once you do that, you are sent to the Vivid Seats website. Just type in your favorite local National Lacrosse League team or local event in your area. You will find tickets for it. Again, it just makes us the middleman, and that's fine. A lot of people are into open relationships nowadays, so making us the middleman can't be too bad. That wasn't funny. Okay, we're now going to bring on the man of Gamble. Give me just a minute here as I rip these graphics off the screen and bring in my buddy. Gamble guy's back. How are you, sir?
Did you just go to some kind of swingers party?
Yes.
What are you doing?
I didn't go. I'm just saying, like, I'm aware of the social norms, you know?
We're still in the vicinity of Jesus's birthday. I mean, let's not go south already. Now I'm still in the festive mood. You weren't sure. Little better spirits than I was the other day when people fire me up. But I got some haters now, so I feel like I've made it in the National Lacrosse League. So I think as we near New Year's, I'm going to be the newest member of the lacrosse world that I'm going to start breaking news too. It'll be stuff. It'll be stuff you tweeted like 7 days ago, but it's going to be breaking news on my Twitter feed.
Well, everyone else does it.
My first breaking news of this new Gamble guy is, unless you were born and raised in a meadow, we're all from the streets. I don't know why is that in someone's bio who seems to be very angry, very aggressive, and very confrontational. But I played in the street all the time, Mike, when I was a kid. It might have been a cul-de-sac, but it was still a street. So I look for a bio change on the Gamble guy.
Yeah, born and raised in the streets, baby.
Born and raised in the streets.
Makes no sense. And then, by the way, just a reminder, if you're going to act like that, you also cannot take any heat. You can only dish it. You can't. I
don't know what it means, because I know people from the streets. I don't know what it means.
Just Canada half streets. Anyways, moving on here. So scrolling at the bottom of the screen will be the game odds for this week. It's according to FanDuel Sportsbook. For the record, BetUS has lines up this week. So if you want to go to BetUS.com, it's true. BetUS.com, promo code 120Z, all caps, no spaces, throwback, by the way. But yeah, they got lines, so good for them.
Maybe that's where I'll tail the ladder then, because we were talking backstage. I can't get FanDuel to show the lines for me. I don't know if it's a geographical issue for me. BetUS, one of our sponsors. I'll just use them. There you go.
I should put best US odds at the bottom of the screen. Anyway,
yeah, we'll start next week.
That's right. So sir, I do want to, because of the 3 games you're on, make sure again.
I got beef with the NLL. Why don't we have a game today?
Friday night on TSN was so fun until it wasn't, so I don't know what happened.
After Christmas? Come on.
Oh, by the way, I have to give a shout out before we get started. I think you'll like this. So Jake McDonald, who does Anything Lax, who does 3 reels a day talking NLL on TikTok, does a great job there. Newer fan, but he's awesome with it. He said he was on Christmas Eve and he was like, he noticed there's a primetime window. Bro, all we had playing was the Hawaii Bowl featuring Hawaii.
Yes.
It's like, what? The NLL on Christmas Eve might actually work. And that was a great idea by him.
I think it would work, but today of all days, we have
that too. 3
goofy, terrible bowl games where, middle of the pack Big Ten teams are playing, basically MAC teams, and that's
the MAC South winner.
Yeah, I would have loved it. That's okay. I'm going to a poker game tonight with Falcon, so I won't miss any
NLL game. By the way, on Christmas Eve, we'll give another 1 or 2 tonight, and that should be how for the future for the record. All right,
Yeah.
so first game we're going to get to, let's do Ottawa, Philadelphia first. The odds of this game, it's Ottawa a little bit favored, even though they are 1.5 on all the books. The total's at 21.5 on all the books as well. I honestly almost picked the Wings. I laid off this game in terms of my best bets. I know you're on it. What do you like in this game between the Black Bears hosting the Wings?
Well, I like that they're hosting, so that's kind of what swayed me a little bit. The Wings, the one time I put money on them, they looked underwhelming. I don't see. And then when we were backstage, where is the snowstorm that we're talking about?
Oh, I know Captain talking about it was in Toronto. It might hit Ottawa, I can look at the weather while you're talking right now.
Well, you
Ottawa
can,
weather.
but listen, Ottawa has two of the more prolific scorers in the league with Hellier and Jeff Teat. They're in the top 3 right now in points scored. I like
bad
that.
News. I have
What?
bad news. It might be -1 or 15. I don't know what it is, but it's going to be clear. They have no excuse this week. I'm sorry.
Okay, for attendance. Yeah. Okay. I just wondering if Philadelphia may have, might encounter some travel issues today if they're traveling. So I was just curious. But I like Ottawa. I think Ottawa has more firepower in this matchup.
They should.
They should. And then if we go to save percentage, I'm just going to take out the non-starters. Baymood and Higgins are about equal, right around the 80% save mark. So I think to me, it comes down. I'm a new guy here. I think it comes down to who's going to have the most firepower because the goalies are pretty equal. And I think on paper, Ottawa's got more than what Philadelphia could bring to the table. So I like that as the money line here. I went all money lines this week, by the way.
Smart, by the way. I mean, they're not up to -190. You actually got pretty good odds this week. So I believe this is the one on Cool Bet. I'll check that later. But I'm pretty sure this is the one on Cool Bet that was like pretty good odds. Or it might be the next. But I think it was the Rock. But anyways, regardless of that, I like your odds this week. They're pretty good. Like I said, I stayed away from this game. For the record, this game was also played. It was in Philadelphia, March 28th of this year. Obviously, last season, technically. Jeff T had 4 goals, as did Tagger Clark, who is no longer with the team. He's in Oshawa. But I wanted to mention this because what did Philadelphia do last game? You remember what happened at the end of that game?
Well, I know I'm looking this up. It was March 28th of this year.
No, I'm asking what they remember that last week. What just happened?
I understand what you're asking. I was backing up what you said before that.
I want to say it though. You don't have to look it up yourself.
Oh, okay. What happened last week
against Rochester? What happened?
They lost 15-11.
And
go. Just tell me.
A goalie fight.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I was getting a call.
The fighting broke out. And so since you're on the stat page, you schmuck, what happened at the end of this game? A bunch of fighting. Like literally early in the 4th quarter, we get face mask, roughing, dead ball foul, fighting, roughing, misconduct. We might go back-to-back weeks with the Wings here.
Yes.
Save the team and put on the gloves, baby.
Now, all the cashew milk drinkers and their coffee need to settle down if we have another fight this week. It's good.
It might be scripted.
It might be scripted just to get viewers. Okay.
By the way, more people are saying that now. I'm not happy. I thought that was just a one-time clickbait. It's not. I'm mad. Anyways.
I've told you privately before, don't let everything get to you because there's a lot of dum-dums.
It's hard, she said. All right. That's what she said, Mug.
That's what she said.
All right. Toronto Rock host the Desert Dogs, who suddenly everyone loves again because of one good game from Landon Kells. God bless him. Tell the people how it is, though, Cap. I mean,
I don't like the Desert Dogs at all. Sorry, Desert Dogs.
Yeah.
I'm taking Toronto. I know that they've bit me already this season. It's one of my 5 losses. I'm 8-5. I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah.
But I like the Rock in this spot. I pick every week. I pick 3 games, and there's usually one where it's just like I can't give you any insight. It's just the gamble guys get feeling.
Well, I'll give you some insight. The Rock. This is your cool bet. -143 is the best odds for the Rock money line. That almost seems a little bit gimme there. and they're like in terms of like just easy. And I know there's no easy bets. I get it. The captain told me that a million times. But I will say this. The Desert Dogs, I told people before, Landon Kells has done this one-off game where he shows up. And by the way, last week, the Desert Dogs also blew a 9-1 lead in the midst of winning the game. It's not good. It's pretty bad, actually. I have a feeling on the road in Toronto against Nick Rose, who usually is good against not good teams. Like in the playoffs, sure, but like against not good teams, he's pretty good. So I think we're still going to get some rock. I like your pick there.
Nick Rose is a couple percentage points better than Kells. So,
well, this year, sure.
Yeah,
but he's usually way better.
He opened up the floodgates last week. They were heading towards an easy win, and then that turned into a white knuckler. But I don't know. It was more of a gut this week with the Toronto Rock. Yeah.
Oh man. What did you say? He was more of the gut with this week and then on the year froze.
Yeah, if my internet's freezing.
You're good. You're back.
My gut was for the Rock week 1 too, and it bit me. So we'll see.
That was that was rough. All right.
What's my favorite saying? We're all experts till the games are played.
I've heard you say that before. All right. So now let's get to your last game. It will be I lost it again.
Mammoth
Mammoth Swarm. So Georgia comes into town. And for the record, if there is a Southern team that went somewhere in Denver and won a game recently, it was in the NFL. The Jaguars pounced all over the Broncos, for the record. I know it doesn't apply here, but it makes me feel a little bit good that a Southern team did that. Captain remind me, so apparently last year, before you get to your bets, this game, the road team won both times 13-11. It's very odd. I don't know if they're playing. I think they might play 2 times again. Actually, I think they're doing that next week. They're playing again. So, what is your thoughts?
I like the Mammoth in this spot. Georgia doesn't overly impress me. They got pretty much shut down by the rush. They lost to the Bandits. They did beat Oshawa. That's a great achievement considering Oshawa can't score goals. So that's their one win. Their one win is against a team that can't score goals. And the Mammoth are, I think, about a goal better than them in averages. And the fact that it's at Colorado, you and I have a soft spot for where they practice because we broadcast the game for a minor league lacrosse team. So what's the Raptors? Yeah. It's supposed to be the feeder league for NLL. I don't know how.
I'm sure they've gotten a couple folks.
Right. So, yeah, I have a kind of a soft spot for the Mammoth. I like them here in this spot again. I think it's kind of telling that, the Georgia Swarm's only win is against the one team that can't score goals.
Yeah.
So, I'm feeling good about this one. I can live with 2-1 if the Rock bite me in the ass again. This one's probably the one I'm most confident about. So watch it turn on me.
This
go Mammoth.
Feels, myself and Catherine, I think we're going to talk about this later, but myself and Catherine were talking about how, it feels like this game might come down to like the last 1 or 2 goals. I feel like Dobson and the Swarm are playing good defense, but it feels like for me, I like the idea of Dylan Ward making the last save or 2 to win the game. I think the Loud House always does a great job of packing the barn, like 10,000 plus every time. And I think that will get to a young Swarm team, even though they've been frisky against good teams, but I still think Mammoth overwhelmed them, even though I do think these teams are kind of evenly matched. But also, I'm hearing that Andrew Q might not play again, so.
Well, as hot as Brett Dobson's been so far, 84% save percentage, third in the league. Dylan Ward is less than a percentage point away from him. He's having just as good of a season. So, again, I refer back to the Georgia Swarm. The only game that they really looked like a threat was against a team that can't score. They're not going to have that to their benefit against the Mammoth. So,
yeah.
I'm feeling like it's going to be a close game. It's going to come down to who's scored, who's got the better chance of scoring late in the game to win it. I put my money on the Mammoth. What's the line on that one for me, by the way?
Oh, you would. Oh, it is -110 at FanDuel.
Okay.
And Pat Gregoire, who was not on the show today, was telling me in private, that's pretty wild that it's almost even money at home. So he felt like that was a good bet for you.
Good. Like I said, I want 3-0. I'll go 2-1. Trying to keep up with the Patties of the world. So
or the captains. Good Lord.
Or the captains, but his ladder's on fire. But I think his best bets, or no, he's not in our best.
Yeah,
bets.
Pat Gregoire is 10-6, but Pat Captain is the one with the ladders. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with the Gregoires of the world.
That's fair. I believe he went 4-0 last week, but we all had a good week. We all were 3-1 or better. So there you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gamble Guy. And again, thank you again for Wednesday's show. For the record, on Instagram, that reel calling out Mr. Merrill, doing very well with over 60 shares right now. They don't like the stuff, but I see they're sharing it around. We'll take that too.
Well, let's just point out to the viewers, if they do see that, the vocal people are going to be the ones that disagree with me. The people who agree with me aren't going to take the time to go into the comments. So it could get discouraging to people to think that most people think he should have been given an 8th chance. I think it's the opposite way around.
Yeah,
I really do.
It is what it is. You're the one with the counseling degree. Others are not. Thank you for your services. Sir.
Doesn't make me right about everything.
Correct. That's a good point.
Yeah, I have a harder approach to counseling than some people. A lot of people in that space have a very soft, let's give them 100 chances. It doesn't work. So they can do whatever they want, but it doesn't work. But the kid needs help. Anyway, thanks for putting that up, getting Gamble Guy some street cred since I'm from the streets, baby.
Ooh, the cul-de-sac is live and well.
I'm from the cul-de-sacs. That'll be my new profile, from the cul-de-sacs.
Thank you.
All right, peace.
Gamble Guy. I'm telling you guys, he had some good takes. I also have posted the good stocking stuffers he gave, so it's not all negative. He did end it well. But yeah, thanks for those that are tuning in and etc. All right, folks. When we come back to this awesome show, we're going to bring in the captain. He is ready for his next ladder in terms of safety. His greedy ladder continues, and a surprise at the end as we talk all 5 games. You're watching Daily Dive. You won't go anywhere. I know I won't. We'll be right back.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Welcome back to Daily Dive. I'm your host, Michael Karvelis. That is a man who has now hit, let's count them up, 1, 2, 3 ladders, sir. We thank you for your services. I believe the last 2 or maybe the last one was on Daily Dive, and we really appreciate you, sir.
Yeah, buddy. My bank account appreciates those wins.
Yes, sir. But yeah, I appreciate you also wearing a Roughnecks jersey. I see you. I'm really one. They're having their home openers this week. I remember that because Teddy and Pat talked about that. Took a while, but week 5 we are where we're happy about this. And shout out to the Red for you. The Red is back. Yeah. I like the uniforms. I'm sorry, even the new ones.
They look pretty sharp. Yeah.
I know you want the original, whatever, old man.
I love these ones right
here. They're
buddy.
Still good looking though. Like other than both are good. So Your safe ladder, like I said, did go from 50 to 902, and that was good enough for us to say awesome.
Yes,
Why did you make
sir.
that decision? To just, I know it's 50 to 1,000. I agree with your decision to stop it, but what was your decision on, in case people do want to nitpick we only reached 900?
So a couple things. Some people call these gimmick bets, but I mean, I
Right.
can show you $10,000 in profits that would
Woo.
kind of tell you otherwise. But we would have we got lucky with Rochester. That Rochester line last week,
Oh,
I posted that on like Tuesday or Wednesday, thinking, they have Rochester as a favorite on DraftKings, but yet they got him on the spread as an underdog. And
yeah.
that line started at minus 220, and I think by game time it was at about minus 300.
Oh, yeah.
So, when I do the safe ladder bets, like we take safer picks. Did I think Rochester was going to win that game? I did, but we already had the one bet locked, and I thought, if DraftKings is going to be sleepy and leave us with some juice, we'll get, from 600. I think it would have been about 680 if we would have done the single pick, but adding, a
Sleepy
spread like that,
yeah,
to bring us to $900, buddy. Like, let's throw that in the bank and Merry Christmas, and let's fire up another one of $50 here.
And again, for the people that don't know, the ladder is like you keep it in there, you keep rolling it over. The problem is once it fails, that's it. But it's almost like a parlay, but it's not a parlay because the safe ladder doesn't have to be a parlay.
Yeah, the safe ladder is typically single picks.
Like once it grows, it's like, oh, we're getting so close to just cash out now.
Dude, and think like that started with taking a minus 200, $50 at minus 200 won us $25. So the next week we took the 25 plus the original 50 for 75, and we just kept going. And
it was only like 5 or 6 steps. It wasn't that bad.
That was 5 steps. I think that was one of my fastest. Usually the model has you taking it in about 6 steps on the safe ladder, but yeah, we nailed it in 5 on week 4 of the NLL. Like, but we got a lot of time left to make some more money here.
I love it. Again, we appreciate you for your services. For the record, for those that want to stay tuned for this, if they get bored of our talk here, you will have a parlay, which you've also hit a parlay this year too, a lotto. So we will stay tuned for that. And as we go through these games, tell us what's on your lotto, but don't give them to it. Well, we'll go in order though. And by the way, the odds I'm giving people are off of FanDuel because it's just easiest just to show those, and it's on the ticker as well. But as we go, tell me what each one is after we talk. Yeah. So 6 o'clock Eastern, because it's way out east, Halifax Thunderbirds are hosting the Saskatchewan Rush. A lot of us on Daily Dive, at least, are on Halifax. At least the money line just feels like the Rush have been a bit underwhelming. I know yesterday for my gifts, I gave Warren, I gave the Thunderbirds a season supply of the pregame meals that Warren Hill was having, and I gave the Rush a Monster Energy flavored called Second Half because they've been brutal. Yes. So Thunderbirds at minus 120 on FanDuel. The total's at 22.5. Where are you leaning, sir? And just thoughts of the game.
I love Halifax here. Like they do very well at home. They have an amazing crowd there. The energy is electric. And the other part too, like I think at the beginning of the year, I called out Warren Hill. When they were playing Oshawa, I said straight up, like if I had Hill or who was at the time?
The backup? Talking about Drew Hutchison?
No, I'm drawing a blank on Oshawa's goalie.
Oh, Jameson, Dougie. Yeah.
Dougie, yeah. At the time, I thought, like, I would take Dougie hands down over Hill.
And I still might, for the record.
Woof. Dude, the way Hill's playing right now, like, you ride the hot hand. Him versus Chiliano, like, there's, up until this season, like, I probably would have said I'd take Frankie all day. But Hill is proving that he can be a number 1 starter. He can hold the fort down. He can be there at the key moments. Like, he's kind of crossing all the boxes off right now to make him a stud. On the other side, we got Frankie. And I've said this. I don't like the way he's moving. he
No.
goes down, and a couple of the games I'm watching, he's struggling to get back up. So a team
Or
like
putting himself
Halifax,
out of position.
yeah. So a team like Halifax that can get those rebounds and keep the, an additional 30
Peppering.
coming, they're
Peppering,
gonna
yep.
get to Frankie, I think, tonight. We got a pretty even face-off matchup, but offense, Halifax has the edge. Goaltending, Halifax has the edge.
Right now, yeah.
Defense and face-off, like it's pretty good. But yeah, I'm all over Halifax. I believe I got Halifax money line as one of my ladder picks. And
Love it.
and I love Halifax to win by 2 here as well. That 1.5 is on my parlay, I believe.
I love it. By the way, yeah, so on the greedy ladder, we will unveil the last leg of that soon here, but Thunderbird's money line is the first leg of 2. So it'll take us a little while to get to the next leg, but that's just a little sneak peek there, folks. And as for your lotto in this game, you also like something a little bit more greedy than that.
Yeah, I went a little greedy, and I took Halifax to win by 2 in as the lotto. So we'll start the lotto off with a almost a plus money pick there. Some of the books, I think it's gone down to -105,
which is crazy to me. It's funny because on FanDuel, in case people are wondering here, it's at +104 still, but I'm kind of upset about that because I'll put it this way. If I think a team's going to cover, these 1.5s are getting stupid at this point because it feels like, to me, I know like the books want to go up to -200 to throw that the 2.5. I feel like the books might be finally catching on to the fact that 1-goal games don't really happen too often. And I feel like that historically that has to add up. So without even looking it up, I feel like that's the truth. So I wonder if at some point, even a team like the Thunderbirds who are -128, are we going to start seeing that in the future of -2.5 starting to creep up, or at least a -2 even? I know Coolbet does the evens a lot, but it's like these 1-goal games just don't happen. Now, for a heavyweight matchup like this, I could see it. But I am wondering why those odds are being very finicky right now. I feel like we used to get better odds on those.
No, I agree with you. I've seen some of those spreads look a little not as juicy as
The
they
juice is not as
should.
good as they used to be. Yeah, back in my day when it was easy to bet this league.
Back when I was walking to school uphill both ways.
The streets and back. By the way, my first reaction to this game, before I even talked to you when we handicapped them yesterday, I thought Thunderbirds were going to win. And again, am I buying too much into the fact that Rush are collapsing in the second half? They've been up enough to hold on. So I don't know. Am I putting too much faith in that? And I'm not trying to be negative with the stuff here. I'm just wondering, man, it feels like Thunderbirds are hot to start.
Oh, exactly. That's what I said. I'm going to ride that hot hand.
Love
Saskatchewan, I think they got a couple of tweaks to make to get back to where they were last season. But
which is possible, but yeah, you're right. All right, moving on. 7:00. The Wings at the Black Bears. I did remind Gamble Guy before that in March on the 28th, these two teams got a little bit rowdy in Philly. The one game they played last year, and March is pretty late in the season, might I add.
Yeah.
Like we're in week 5 and it's only Christmas time. So, knowing what Philadelphia did last week, knowing the frisky team that they've been, because remember it was like 7-4 or something like that against, or 10-7 against Colorado. Then they muck it up late against Rochester. I'm wondering, do we get more fireworks in front of 3,000 people? What is your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, so last season Ottawa ran away with this one. They even got down to, I think they threw a hidden ball trick down against Philly. Like they had a few. So that was quite the game. I'll be honest, when I look at this one, like this is Ottawa's game to lose.
It should be. Preseason feels like that.
Yeah. Philly is doing what Philly is pretty much expected to do. They're not a dominant force out there. They're tightening up their D-core, and Brendan O'Neill and Joe Rezateris are putting up the points they need to. But Ottawa, what an inconsistent team so far. Like Jeff Teat 2 weeks ago, single-handedly throws a team on his back to win a game. And then, you're looking last week against Vegas, like, buddy, 1 goal. Like, come on, man. Like,
what are you doing, you schmuck?
So, yeah, Rob Heller and Jeff Teat gotta make a performance here. I know we're early in the season, but this is cause for concern for Ottawa. If they drop this one, especially at home when they're not drawing a crowd, to a Philadelphia team that's probably not expecting to make the playoffs. Like I'm heavy leaning for Ottawa to pull up their socks and get a win here at home.
That's what you're hoping. I originally picked the Wings, but the more I thought about this, it's just like preseason, the Black Bears are supposed to be hanging around the playoff spot. Even if they don't make it, the Wings are supposed to win 6 or less, and 6 is being very generous.
Yes.
It's like, might as well go give blood while you're at it. You're so generous. So, my thing is, the thing that bothers me about the Wings this year is the balanced offense. Joe Rez has not been the hero we might have thought. And that's even, like, forget the fact every offense has struggled this year besides Rochester. It's like Brandon O'Neill, Sam LeClaire, Eric Fennell, Joe Rez, they're all right there in points, which means they're not relying on Joe Rez to be that guy. He can be, but it's like that might work out well for them because last year it was heavy Mitch Jones, heavy Joe Rez, and we die that way. This year it feels like it's more of a team game, and I actually like that. Maybe that's why they hang around, but I agree with you. Black Bears, this should be a flex your muscles if you are any good at all kind of spot. If you lose this game, sorry, Jeff T, you might as well hang it up and wait another year to make the playoffs. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, they, like I say, and you kind of hit it right on. Philadelphia is just a team that's they're going to hang in there. They got, not as much depth as you want, but they don't got that superstar. So having a few guys that can pot a goal and just keep you in there till the end can, make a big difference. But yeah, Ottawa's got to turn it on at the start of this game and not take their foot off the pedal.
Correct. And one more thing I want to add, but just for the record, your lotto is on
I took the Black Bears money line because, like I say, this is a spot where they got to put up or shut up.
Correct. And the ladder is not on these, but you're right. So we got a Thunderbirds cover, Black Bears money line. And one more thing I'll add about this game is I feel like the under is another spot I almost took. The 21.5 is very low, even this early in the season where everyone's not doing too well. Because I feel like one of these days in like week 15, these offenses could be a 20-19 game. Like these offenses are capable of doing that. I stayed off the under, but I'm leaning towards the under if people want to flirt with that. Because Black Bears have gone on their lulls. Wings, we don't know what their offense is. I could see like a 10-9 kind of game here for the record. Moving on to Toronto in the city of rock and roll. I'm just calling it that. The Rock are playing. This one is on the safe ladder, which we'll unveil soon. But in this game, Las Vegas, we're feeling good. Landon Kells is our boy. We told you we didn't need a goalie, and they run to Toronto. And I told Gamble guy in the last segment, dude, Nick Rose plays average teams pretty well. If there's one thing he does, he beats up on them on the not too goods. So what are your thoughts?
Unfortunately, he doesn't quite make the key saves that need to be made when the boys need to win. But yeah, Rosie can hold his own. I look at Las Vegas as an exciting team, dude. Frazier, Donville, Jones, like they got
off-season champs, bro.
Yeah.
I was just saying.
For sure. Yeah, no, like legit. But they got a great offense. They got great firepower. I'm not going to look too much into the last game there against Ottawa because, again,
I agree.
The unpredictable,
Black
nature
Bears.
of that team.
Yeah.
But this will be a great challenge for both Vegas offense and that decor Toronto, like Gash, English, Harris, like,
Creed,
we got some big boys back there to get through before you get to Rose. So
yeah.
I'm this game could go either way on the money line. I really like the under. I don't see Las Vegas performing as well as they did offensively against Toronto. And then on that note, like watching Toronto live in Oshawa, and then that last game they played where they snuck
Calgary?
where they snuck the one goal. Speaking of -1.5 money lines, I got the money line on that one while you're
Whoa.
crying out a river with the -1.5. But regardless, like Toronto against Calgary there with Matthews and the rookies, that offense just never seemed to have a big spark all game. They just kind of hung around and then
They did
leaned
their
on
job.
Rose. Yeah, they like Toronto. I feel like, and I've said this for a couple of years, they have a system where they're very reliant on like a 10-8 win, a 9-7 win, a very low scoring game with not a lot of action. But if the transition opens up, then Vegas has a little bit more of a shot. But I really like the under in this game. I like Toronto to can kind of, slow Las Vegas down and Rosie to lock it up back there until it counts.
Yeah, by the way, bang, your safe ladder is as a thing now. So Toronto, Las Vegas, Toronto under 22.5, -115 DraftKings, the safe ladder version. I when I post this later, I'll add like a version 2 at the top or 2.0 because we already hit 1. So
yes,
there
this
you
is
go.
ladder number 2 of this season for the safe
Love
ladder.
that. Thank you for that for us, sir. I also want to add a news, kind of a mini segment here. I know I use this music for something else, but we're going to use it now. I won't do this every week, but I'm going to predict a fight here. So, leave Elijah Gash. And I don't know. I'm not saying Elijah Gash will be the one fighting. I think we're going to get some major hits late in this game. And because Vegas, if Chase Frazier is voted as biggest you know what in the league, if Mitch Jones is on that somehow list of not wanting to play with as well, Elijah Gash and Billy Holstrauser and Brad Creek could have a fun time getting under their skin, especially if this game is not going Vegas' way and Lennon Kells might have been pulled. I'm predicting a fight in this game, which makes the under feel amazing. So I won't do this every week, but again, I'm predicting a fight in this game.
I like it, yeah.
This feels like these teams are frisky, man. Like a lot of personalities there. A lot of Tonka heads running around. All right. And again, thank you for your safe ladder. Next up, Georgia at Colorado. This game's at 9:00 Eastern, which is just gross. I like the 10 o'clock. Full disclosure, I wish games would start at 9 when they're late, but 10 o'clock just feels natural at this point, so 9 o'clock just feels weird. No one cares about that. We're talking about the game. So Colorado, I know you and your darn negativity and my handicap try to talk me into the Swarm getting a win, and I think that would be your pick if you were on our pick 'em. But what is your take on this game? I said last goal wins for game against the Gamble guy. How are we feeling?
Yeah, this one's a very interesting game for sure. You got Georgia with their young core trying to find their way. One really interesting thing we saw from Georgia's last game was they had a lot of shots, but they missed the net far more than average
like
against
38 times. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Craziness. So do we see a repeat of these kids missing the net as frequently? I don't think so. I like this team in transition, and the goaltending matchup, we're pretty even
right now.
Yeah,
it feels like Ward would get the better in the long run, though.
Ward definitely is my marathon guy for sure. But we're talking
one
game.
You said Ward what? Because then go ahead.
So I said Ward is my marathon guy for sure. But we're talking one game right here, and a game that's early in the season. I really like the Georgia spread on this one, +1.5, especially like when you're talking if it's coming down to the last goal, last goal wins type of thing, then I'm leaning a little bit more on the Georgia side for this one. Colorado used to have a great home field advantage up until about the last season or two, and now they're pretty much a toss up there. So
Here's my thing about this, and I know this is on your lotto. Thankfully, it's not on the ladders. I'm happy about this, but
I kept away from this one on the ladders. This one was one of the hardest games to.
I feel like this is the
cap, I
one
thought.
where we're gonna be like late at night, hoping the Swarm are hanging around. I think they can, but I'm very curious if the under from me would have been a better play. But again, like, I don't know. Like I don't know, which is why I trust you. You've hit the lotto this year. I feel like I love your other picks. This is the one where I feel like anyone can make a pick and one lotto is going to hit. I hope it's yours. I just don't know whose lotto is going to hit this week.
Yeah, no, this game, like I say, this one's a tough one. Colorado hasn't beaten up on Vancouver in the first week. Okay,
Interesting.
I wouldn't call that a big positive note
because
for
Vancouver's
them.
offense was.
Yeah, I'm leaning more of that was a bad game for Vancouver, and then they go play Philly, and that one barely came down to the end as well, and
they lost.
yeah, I don't see a lot of exciting things in Colorado right now for this game, so I like Georgia to hang around, especially a team that Georgia's a team that will, man, they'll just hang around. Look at what they did to Buffalo until Buffalo finally took off on them. They even hung around in Saskatchewan, even though they couldn't hit the damn net.
Right. And my thing is with the Andrew Q, the former Swarm player in Colorado, I've heard a bunch of times from coaches that are like, he opens up the offense, and I'm hearing he might not play for Colorado, which kind of helps your Swarm there. Your Swarm. You get it.
Hey, my Swarm.
That's right.
Get out of here.
Rough Swarm. Let's go. Swarm. Finally.
So that game was a tough one, but let's get on to Sunday here.
Yeah. Sunday, another fun. I like Sunday games as well. I hate 8:00 start times for Sunday.
Yeah.
We're having Sunday night football. We can't get an early afternoon Sunday, man. Come on, bro. I'm so mad. Roughnecks Bandits.
I'll take it knowing I don't got to get up early on Monday. I'll take this late Sunday game. And okay, maybe because I'm a Roughnecks fan, I'm going to call this one the game of the week, boys.
Woo!
I see, we got two teams here going in opposite directions, but Walsh has been holding his own now that he's getting a few games under him, and Calgary's got a lot of exciting young players, man.
Their offense is interesting.
It's a very interesting sort of, group. And so this game's going, should go what everyone expects. Buffalo needs to show up and get the win they deserve and move on. But the reason why I think this one's a very fascinating game is I don't think Buffalo's going to get that easy win like they think. Buffalo historically is a little bit of a slower starting team. And Calgary, with all the new players, a lot of them don't really know. They don't have the cards out on them. They don't really know what to expect. And the kids don't quit. Look at that game against Saskatchewan. Okay, Saskatchewan sucks in the second half this season, but
they're the ones who held the rock pretty even.
Yeah, and I'm looking at just how exciting this Calgary core is, and the potential we can have when we're supposed to be on a full rebuild essentially, and here we are kind of hanging around with a few teams we shouldn't,
Yep. Kind of like sleeping with women you shouldn't. What am I got myself into?
Yeah. So yeah, man. I shied away from the money line on this one. Partially because the lines weren't, as good as you want for a Buffalo Bandits win.
The cover got stupid.
Yeah, and do I really think Calgary will cover their spread? Not fully, but I love the over in this game. I think both teams can pour on goals, and I don't think Buffalo's quite found their core yet since the rule change and not being able to guard in the crease like they were. So I like the over in this one.
The Bandits rules have taken effect.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing, the one thing that sold me officially on what you said was the fact that Buffalo starts slow. And especially now that they've won 3 in a row, that becomes even more of an issue. Look at the Chiefs who couldn't even win 3 in a row. And the thing with that is, is that it's NFL, but it's professional sports, and athletes are kind of all wired similar ways. Where like they know when they lock in, they know when they don't, and it's like we know when the playoffs come, our goalie is going to turn into the GOAT again, or put on his magic hat or something. We're going to figure out the offense. Our defense will be fine. But right now, yesterday, I gave them the gift of Viagra. They can't be feeling hot right now. Maybe icy hot was another thing they need. But it's like, just for men, any of those things, think of the old people's substance, give it to them. It's like, they can't be getting up for this game. And it's also at 11 p.m. or maybe midnight, whatever, 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. So it's 11 p.m. Buffalo time.
Yeah, 2-hour difference.
2, so it's 10 o'clock. Okay, that's still late. It's like a little bit later. Some of these guys might have to go to work Monday. They might not. I know it's rough. It's interesting. But there's your lotto again. It was plus 1936 odds. Halifax to cover, Ottawa money line, under 22.5 in Toronto. Georgia Swarm to cover plus 1.5, and over 22.5 for the Buffalo and Calgary game. Now let's get in. And again, we already have those are safe ladder. Captain, what's the greedy ladder, sir?
All righty. Throw her up there so I can read it.
He's got to put his reading glasses on.
No, I love the Thunderbirds money line. I said that. And then excuse my language. I love love Calgary going down. You get the swear jar out. I owe a quarter.
Yeah.
I love to bet against my team. So
no,
I got the Bandits money line at the end. I do think they win. I think that game is still going to be a very exciting one. The first game of the week and the last game of the week are my two favorites.
Yeah, the greedy will not give us any safe therapy here. We're gonna have to wait it out.
Yeah, so
might have to contact jeffbeckwellness.com whenever we're done.
Yeah, I'll be calling them Sunday night depending on how this turns out.
Oh,
yeah, there we go. We got a nice parlay.
And step 3, 293 to 721. The greedy has to hit 10,000 ish, and so we're a little bit of ways away, but start somewhere, you know.
Yes, sir.
We're 293 feels pretty good, but we're climbing. We're
step
climbing.
By step.
I'll see you around, Captain.
Yes. Yep, there.
But thank you, sir. I know we wanted boots on the ground in a certain place today. We didn't get that, but we will try again next time, and after that, we might have to call them out if they don't let us in again.
We're working on it.
But for now, we're going to be quiet. But thank you to Oshawa so far for the record for 2 of those.
Yeah.
But thank you again, Captain, for all you do.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Yeah. Go. The red is back, baby.
Yes, sir. Have a good one, Mike.
Safe, man. Yes, sir. Captain, everybody. Oh, what a fun guy. What a good guy. What a generous person on this show. We appreciate him very much. We come back. We're not done yet, folks. We're going to remind you of what the ladders were. I'll get to the Cruise pick'em. And, of course, we will unveil the Cruise best bet. Don't go anywhere. Dilly Dive is going to wrap it up next.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Happy holidays from Jeff Beck Health and Wellness. And you're seeing this on North American Talk Radio because the network is near and dear to my heart, kind of a passion project. I'm hoping you're having a great holiday season. Hopefully it's not too cold where you're at. The snow has melted here in Ohio. You can see in the background. But I wanted to extend a warm welcome and let you know that, you know, if you're dealing with weight management, behavioral change, stress, depression, relationship issues, I am a certified health and wellness counselor trained via Cornell and Yale, and I am a nutritional coach trained via the NASM. And I would love to extend an opportunity for you to reach out JeffBeckWellness.com is my website, or JeffBeck101021@gmail.com is my email. We're offering a free initial consultation, no charge to you. Once we go into full counseling, I can help you submit that to your insurance company or your employer. Many employers reimburse for these types of services. So, we all deal with things from time to time. Please reach out, JeffBeckWellness.com, or email me, JeffBeck101021@gmail. And I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're enjoying the current programming you're watching on North American Talk Radio. Keep your head up. Be friendly. Be happy. And again, I hope it's a great winter for you and a great holiday season. Take care.
Welcome back to Daily Dive, the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talks on the planet. It is Friday, December 26, 2025. So far on today's show, we talked to Gamble Guy as he gave us 3 of his best bets this weekend, all money lines. Captain came on the show next to continue his greedy ladder, gave us a 5-leg parlay at plus 1936 odds, and started another safe ladder version 2.0, which again will be posted on the socials at Daily Dive LAX. Reminder, if you want tickets to the next event in your area, including the National Lacrosse League, head over to natalkradio.com and click the event tickets tab. It takes you to Vivid Seats. Just type in wherever you want to go and get tickets. It makes us the middleman. We appreciate you for helping us out. And I believe sometimes YouTube wants me to talk about this, so I'll do it now. There are some products you can click on this show today. You can click a Josh Allen jersey, which looks like it's on sale at Fanatics right now. Nintendo Switch 2, I know the Christmas has passed, but if you forgot to get your nephew something, you got him now. And some lacrosse balls by Warrior. I might have to get some of those as I build my lacrosse stick. I haven't mentioned it on the show, but I'm going to build myself a lacrosse stick, probably courtesy of Warrior and Loading. One of those two or combined. So we'll have fun with that on the show. But yeah, click the products if you want to help us out as well. And now it's time for the Crew's predictions, aka our picks and best bets. Now, shout out to Tim Dillon, or should I say lack thereof. The gringo himself gave us nothing so far. Now, I will try to wait until he wakes up and see how he feels going forward. I would assume he has Las Vegas. He's been picking them pretty heavily. Joel Watson also has Vegas. Myself and Joel also have Halifax, Ottawa. I have Toronto. We both have Colorado and Buffalo. I'll put it this way, folks. I really thought the Wings could give Black Bears a game. The more I thought about it, I was falling asleep, and I was like, you know what? Black Bears are supposed to be the better team. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. So that's also where I put my Preston's picks in, as well as my Who You Got. So if you haven't made your Preston's picks, be sure to do that as well. That was on officepooljunkie.com. And finally, or not finally, reminders, Captain Safe Ladder version 2.0, Las Vegas, Toronto, under 22.5. Those odds are minus from 115 on DraftKings. 50 reached 93. The greedy ladder is a 2-leg parlay, step 3. 293 reaches 721 with these odds. Thunderbirds money line, Bandits money line. Again, we might have to contact JeffBeckWellness.com in case we're sweating that late. He gave us a 5-leg parlay, Thunderbirds to cover, the Black Bears money line, under 22.5 for Vegas at Toronto. Georgia Swarm to cover the 1.5 goals that they're underdogs by, and over 22.5 for Buffalo and Calgary. And finally, the Crew's best bets with myself, Gamble Guy, and Pat Gregoire. Gamble Guy already told you Rock money line, Black Bears money line, and Mammoth money line. Pat Gregoire has given us Black Bears money line, Swarm, and by the way, his odds are on Cool Bet for the record exclusively. The Black Bears money line, he's got Swarm, Mammoth under 22 even on Cool Bet. He's got the Bandits to cover against the Roughnecks, and he's also with Captain on the Bandits Roughnecks over 22.5. All right, folks, my best bets. I'm the one bringing up the rear right now. Rock money line, best odds for that, or on Cool Bet at -143. The Mammoth money line is Georgia -110. So Captain and myself and Gamble Guy, we just need a 1-goal victory for Colorado, and that'll work fine. Then, of course, I've also got the Bandits to cover 1.5. That is also on Cool Bet. I don't know why I put the versus Calgary thing after that. I will fix that on the graphic. That's what I do. I mess it up sometimes. I'm not ESPN. I don't get paid a bunch of money to do this, so sometimes I mess up, and I don't feel bad for it. I do, but it is what it is. Thanks so much for watching today's show, everybody. Reminder to follow us at Daily Dive LAX. You can also subscribe to the channel NA Talk Radio, North American Talk Radio on social media. It's NA Talk Radio, but you get it. Email the show, dailydivelax@gmail.com. Please bet responsibly if you do gamble in the gamble. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Hope you had a safe time. Hope your weekend stays safe, and we'll see you back here Monday, same time, same place. This has been Daily Dive. Bye.